Hold on. We're going
really
live.
Don't. I really don't.
We're going live and we're recording. Let's do a theme song. Unfortunately, that means this.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the weekly podcast sanctioned by the government of Wonderland. Swear words of Class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the podcast. All other swear words are restricted. Wonderland officials of Ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the podcast and shall not be harmed. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 1 continuous hour. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until the podcast concludes. Blessed be our Wonderland leaders in America, a nation reborn. LIW Anthology series review is now in effect.
Hi, Dick.
It's a long way to go.
Episode 100 of LIW Anthology series review.
Celebration!
Woo! Confetti.
Confetti. Oh, confetti! I'm here. I was there last week. I was a week too early. Whoa, Titanic.
I wish I had a little animated Rip Taylor behind me.
Interesting. We should have worked on that.
Yeah. A little CG one. From just going. Something in front of a green screen where you can just add them in.
And a dick eats them.
Yeah.
Or
the other way around.
Dick. Exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
So, Phoenix West, Dick Dickett. We watched. I originally thought, I mentioned this in the commentary one, but let me bring it up on the actual show where people listen to it.
Yeah.
I was like, let's do the highest rated episode. People keep commenting we should do that one. And we purposely said we're going to put it off for later. And then I was like, I didn't look. And I was like, that was The Devil of Christmas. I remember it vividly. They told me so many times, and I remember seeing it. And I was like, all right. And then 20 minutes before we start recording, I go, oh, shit. It's the 12 Days of Christine. Very similar titles. Devil of Christmas, 12 Days of Christine. If you don't know, there's 2 different episodes. I should have looked. But
that's fine.
I had to swap out the posters, swap out everything on YouTube, everything on the website, everything.
So much work.
I had to make this little background here
for
behind.
Nothing.
Yeah. And it ends up being like a good, very good episode.
It's good.
9.1?
I don't think so. But then again, I was thinking about it. Is this the first episode where they dealt with that trickery, where it was time jumping? Because they do that in our favorite episode. It's the same episode, basically. The one that we had our favorite. The what was it called? The
Inside Bertie Clifton's dressing room.
Yeah, Inside Bertie Clifton's dressing room. It's the same, almost the same idea.
Yes, but let's discuss this one.
Yes.
And then start comparing it, because it's obvious that we're going to compare it because we saw that one first.
Yes.
That's episode 403.
But I'm saying, chronologically speaking, what episode is this? It's 202. So it's the second season, second episode. So it's early on. So it's probably the first time they do this whole twisty-timey death thing.
Bernie Clifton has an 8.4. That's episode 402.
See, that's crazy.
So literally 2 straight down 2 seasons later.
8.4 on that one. I don't understand. Should be higher. That one's way better than the 8.4.
Yeah. Okay. Where to begin here? We're not going to go in order because Inside Number 9, if you watched it, you already know what we're going to talk about, and you've already seen it. You're already a fan of the show. We're not going to win anyone over at this point. We're like 15 episodes deep now, right?
Deep.
Do you want to set up while I count how many we've done now?
Have we done 12 days of episode 9?
This is literally 15. Wow.
15. Yeah. Okay.
I was exactly correct.
Yeah. No, this one's just you open up with it's like a Christmas tree in the loft, in the flat. So the flat, and the woman comes in with a man, and he's a firefighter.
They're both inebriated.
Inebriated
from too many pints.
from a costume masquerade party in Soho. Yes, that's in New York.
Yeah, that's New York.
Never mind. Whatever.
And Ho.
So basically, just follows like 12 events in a woman's life that's being interrupted by certain, like, you think it's like paranormal activity kind of a thing, and then it ends up being, because they do misdirect with that was your crush from a long time ago. Oh, we don't talk about him. It's like, oh, who's him? Who's this? And then she had the Valentine's Day note from her boyfriend that died. And I guess he died when she was 16. So I don't remember.
But it also makes sense in the real story. And this is where we say spoiler alert. And I kind of already said it, but I really want to hit it hard in this one. Spoiler alert. Watch the episode before you listen to this.
Stupid.
Yes. His intrusion into the episode is literally him coming into the car and taking her son out.
Yes.
Why in her little vision, he keeps doing that.
Yes. He's always,
and that's all he's there for.
Yeah. Where he shows up in the distance wet with a rain slick. He's like, and then she goes to the next day,
and
basically.
Eggs flying all over.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Everything makes sense. The problem is,
it does.
I've seen it before.
Yeah.
It's a movie called Stay with Ewan McGregor.
Yeah. Very much. I've never seen the movie, but I know what you're talking about.
It's this.
Yeah. Oh, Stay. Right behind you. Wait, that's not Steve. That's not Ewan McGregor. Stay. Yeah, right.
Ewan McGregor, Naomi Watts, Ryan Gosling.
Oh,
the director of Finding Neverland and Monsters Ball, Mark Forster.
Ryan Gosling looks like Robert Pattinson in the Batman that poster.
He does.
Oh, Batman.
Am I the only one that doesn't like Ryan Gosling that much?
He's fine. I don't hate him. I think he's fine.
I don't mind. Like the problem, like everyone's like, "Oh, he's great." I'm like, he's from Are You Afraid of the Dark? That's where I know him from. I'm not. Same thing with Ryan Reynolds. I like Ryan Reynolds.
Hey, show some respect. Are You Afraid of the Dark had that wonderful episode. Remember about the ghost bike or the kid that died and he saved his brother or whatever?
The shiny red bicycle.
The shiny red bicycle and the father that could be and wasn't both black and white.
Black, white, Hispanic.
He can be anything.
Whatever you need that day, he's there.
Any lighting change will divulge a new ethnicity.
Whatever, exactly.
That's pretty much what happens.
You get one shade brighter, he changes. He goes Greek. You go lighter, or you go darker. He goes Greek. You go darker. He's Egyptian now.
He's from Yemen. He's like, what is this?
Don't
tell me what to do, son. I will tell you a story.
God damn, let me tell you what you're doing here, son. What can I say? I'm Canadian. They put a lot of light on me, so I'm an average American or an average Canadian white father. You're gonna go play. Oh, and now I'm Nordic. They went too bright.
I'm Nordic. I'm going to rape your mother now. Because I'm a Viking. So,
yeah, the cast of that movie is really good. It's the exact same story. And that movie came out in 2005. And this episode is from 2015. So 10 years after. It's literally the same story, though.
It is.
Ewan is in a car crash. He's dying. Everyone there in the scene is involved in his little depiction of what's happening for the rest of the movie.
Right.
So
I think this is probably based on a short story. I feel like this has existed before even Stay.
I mean, it's all, occurrence at Oak Creek Bridge, really.
Yes.
But this is
that was different. Yeah, that's more or less, yeah. It's the same idea, but this is a different. Well, it's like the 12 stories. You only have 12 stories to tell, and this is basically you can do this story 4 different ways. Basically, this is number 3 because you have occurrence at All Creek Bridge is one, Stay is another one, and this is a third. And I'm sure there's a 4th that hasn't been released yet.
There's 65 of them again.
There's probably a million of them. Yeah.
It's. I don't. The problem is, Stay is an okay movie. It's okay.
I'm sure Star Trek: The Next Generation did an episode like this.
Maybe
something like this, where it was like, oh, the past corresponds to the present, and it's a dream, and oh my God, Data, what did you do?
Yeah, it's gotta be something that's existed for a while. I don't care to look into it. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
When I watched this, we were just going like, all right, these memories aren't what they seem.
Right.
Obviously. I was thinking it was like an Eternal Sunshine thing where she's literally looking at her memories. But I knew that the guy was like he wasn't really part of this because they focus on him so little that I really didn't factor him in.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is a great episode. I can't deny that.
No, it's very well done. It's good. It's a very good episode. 9.1. I would make 8.8. I mean 8.7. I mean, this is like, apples, oranges, but it's like, 9.1 is a little too high. It's a neat thing because this shows, but again, the two leads are not even in this episode barely. I mean, they're in it, but they're just side characters. It's the first time or is it the first time? I don't remember any other episode where they're not the center, front and center of the show.
Quiet Night In.
They're in that one.
Only one is. Only Reese is, remember?
No, they both are.
No.
Are they not?
Yeah, remember we had that argument with a fan? Or not argument.
Okay.
We said it and then a fan corrected us.
Okay. I can't remember.
No, Steve is not in it. Reese Shearsmith plays that weird butler dude, I think. But Reese Steve is never in it.
Okay.
So couple quotes on this episode. Reese Shearsmith claimed that even hardened crew members were openly weeping during filming. One said, "I've never seen anything like this."
Well, you haven't been out much.
I think that the problem is that they're British.
Yes.
So that's actually really huge that he said that. Because British,
they got that stiff upper lip.
Yeah.
Trust me, now they all turn into pussies.
Yeah, my family. You don't talk about you. You can tell me my father died right now. I'd be like, okay.
Well, no, it's like Dunkirk. Remember Dunkirk, that movie? Where it's like the most emotionalist World War II movie I've ever seen, where it's like that kid gets killed, that the little kid in the boat, he falls down, busts his head open, and dies. And they go, "Where's the little boy?" "Oh, he's dead, mate." Yeah. It's just like, "Oh, I didn't make it, mate."
No, the problem is, you think
we'll get him next time, man.
Really, in reality, they go into silence by themselves, and they're just like fucking. Yeah. And that's why I like Pink Floyd The Wall so much. The movie, right. So that's what that's about. Like not dealing with that shit is what happens.
Yeah.
Okay, so voted the favorite episode of Inside Number 9 fans. Reese Shearsmith admitted this slightly annoys him because it's not really Inside Number 9. It's not funny.
He's not wrong.
And I completely agree because our favorite episode is this version, but funny.
Yes.
And Bernie Clifton has jokes in it. Like, I love when he's carrying that thing, the board, and
it's basically the showbiz version of this one where it's like the two partners are coming together and it's saying goodbye to the other partner who he's lost connection with, and time has gone by. He feels guilty for it, but he doesn't want to admit it. And the other guy was a loser, but he wouldn't want to admit that either. And it's just, that's kind of like, that was more poignant. This was more poignant, but this is more like saccharine. This is more, hallmarky, but it's good. I'm not trying to say it's bad. I'm not trying to dismiss it.
No,
it's good. It's very good. It's well acted, and everything is good about it.
Yeah, sorry.
It's tender. I mean, it's a touching story. But again, I've seen it. I've seen it before
on this show.
On the show, but again, we're watching it out of order. So I think that's probably why it's so high. If I would have seen this one first, then maybe I would have had a different take, probably.
But I also think Bernie Clifton does something better, which is distracts you enough that because this one is all we were thinking about is what's really happening.
Right. Yeah.
But Bernie Clifton's writing was so good that you're watching this and the story's this, and suddenly, bam.
No. Yeah.
And we even guessed what was happening in Bernie Clifton.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we're still like, holy shit, they did that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and this one was just that. Like, it was just a twist.
Yeah.
It was, because even when it wasn't the twist, it was still sad.
Yes.
It wasn't there was no fun. There was no humor throughout it.
This one it had moments of humor, but it was just sort of, it was more or less they're getting to the moments that are lining up. Like at first I thought, were they divorced in the second day of Christmas, or third day of Christine, where he comes in with that coworker?
Yeah.
So were they divorced at that point, but then they got back together?
I don't think it matters because it didn't happen.
Well, it did happen. All this stuff happened.
No, we don't know. We don't know when the actual split happens.
No, but No, because it's in order. Because the kid it's her 30th birthday. He's with another woman, and then her 33rd birthday or 32nd birthday, he's back. 31st, whatever. And then the dad is sick, so he's just standing there. And then they flash forward.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think any of that's actually real, like anything beyond a certain point, because the son lives, it exists, because we see.
Yeah, but they are following a timeline of her chronologically, but then at the end, it's when it becomes the it's the surreal moment where her dad's alive, Fong's there, and even though Fong's been gone for like 10 years at that point, they're all in the same room for Christmas, and because she's died in the car accident. Oops.
So right after the she opens the door and they go on vacation, he swears at her and they get separated. That's when the dad comes up to her and starts talking, which is where it really should have disconnected.
That's what I mean. But is that her dealing with it in that moment? She would have, or again, to throw you off. It's a red herring.
That's what I'm saying. The split doesn't happen at the very end because the dad was not there. He was dead already at that point. It seems like.
At the end, he's already dead at that point because
he was talking to her like, don't beat yourself up.
Yeah, well, he was catatonic even before the wedding, so he was, or after the wedding, because he wanted to walk her down the aisle, and he was still functional to do that. And then after that was done, he was basically a vegetable who could stand.
I want to look at some fan reviews, some user reviews here. Okay, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10.
Wow.
10, 10, 10, 10.
What are the dates, though? Is those dates?
17, 18, 19, 19, 2020, 2019, 2019. All 10 so far.
Yeah, this is after it already aired.
Yeah, it debuted in 2015, right?
Yeah.
17, 17, 21, 2018, 2018.
Yeah, see, that's
all of them, except for this one, I gave an 8. Oh, this one gave it a 9, but all the rest are 10. So I was curious if there's any like a lot of them are like connecting to it on an emotional level, and definitely that's what they're going for. But that's kind of my problem with it, is it's just there on the emotional level, not on the script.
Right, and I think that's the conceit here.
All they're going for is emotion.
Star Trek sucks a big fat cock. It's horrible. Modern day Star Trek is a fucking nightmare. It's a joke. It's not even Star Trek. It's a fucking ego play on Jean-Luc Picard's part. He needs to give it up. Patrick Stewart needs to go away. Patrick Stewart needs to be buried alive because he's dead. He's a walking dead man.
Yeah,
he looks terrible. He looks like a frail man. He's almost as embarrassing as Joe Biden with his brain capacity melting away. It's almost the same level of embarrassment.
Almost, not quite.
Almost. They're still not Will Wheaton.
What happened? I don't want to get into it.
Embarrassment of
not this show.
Sorry.
Yeah, not this show.
I don't like Will Wheaton. He's annoying.
He is annoying.
Ugh.
But he's also, I don't know. I don't have anything against him personally, but
he killed my mother.
I love the thing where he says, "Anyone who says shut up, Wesley, I'm deleting you immediately."
Right.
It's like,
and then Patrick Stewart said, "Shut up, Wesley." I think that was a setup for the Twitter. I think the Twitter, because no celebrity handles their own Twitter feed. They just don't. They have assistants to it.
Will Wheaton does.
Well, I mean, granted, he
probably John Cusack does.
Well, John Cusack's just crazy.
Because John Cusack went fucking insane when Twitter was invented. That man was like, "Oh, all my crazy ideas can reach the masses."
They need to know how I think because
he hasn't worked in a big movie since.
No. Because he's like a fucking nut. He's out of his mind.
I love John Cusack. Don't get me wrong. And say what you want to say, John, but you argue with people who do not need to be argued with.
Hey, you know who I am?
You should learn 6 months into the internet and be like, "Oh, yeah, it's not worth it, man." No,
I'm saying anything.
He's 15 years into being a Twitter user, and he's still arguing with like J4598646. Fuck your mom.
But they got that blue check. They got that blue number there, that blue check mark next to their name. So you're somebody important in Twitter, even though nobody knows who you are, and you're probably a robot from some other guy's account.
And I feel bad because he's a smart guy, John Cusack. He's just not aware enough to realize he needs to do quick, concise, cutting responses to people on Twitter. Instead, he goes this long monologue that nobody read.
Excuse me. Let me tell you a story.
Still,
It doesn't.
2, 3, 4. He does a Bruce Springsteen
intro.
Yeah, it's and he just keeps writes 5 pages, and he's like, "I just showed you wrong. Wait, you sent me a fart emoji? What is that? Let me tell you in 5 pages why you're wrong."
Speaking of that, I was listening to a Sirius XM radio, like going through the channels, and I stumbled upon the Bruce Springsteen channel, and he was fucking talking. He wouldn't shut up. He just kept talking about like, well, I started out in the music business, man. It was different, man. You gotta take your lead. Oh man, I was like, oh my god, shut up. He just made like $700 million last year because he sold his catalog and he went on tour. So he made like $500 million off of his catalog and $200 million off the tour. So he's like $700 million richer this year when he's already a fucking multi-billionaire.
How can one man make such shitty music and make he's like
you
Yoko
say
Ono.
that you're gonna get a Twitter war you saying that.
I have nothing against the man personally. I don't like your fucking music.
I'll tell you something, Phoenix. You come up in the north of the New Jersey pipeline.
He's a shitty comic.
I put on a jacket and I gave it to a man with no shoes. Something like that.
When? Never mind.
Well, he ain't no John Cougar Mellencamp.
I'd rather listen to John Cougar. Because John Cougar, like, you want to hear Jack and Diane? I'll get the fuck out of here.
Jay, I fight authority. Authority always win. And I fight authority. Authority always win.
Sounds like I fought the law and the law one.
Yeah, it's the same song.
John, the song came out. Okay.
Shut up. I'm married to Meg Ryan. Fuck you. Yeah.
That used to be something to claim. Yeah.
Used to be something that was hot.
What's up?
She looks like a melted candle now, but fuck you.
So do I.
My dick looks like a melted candle. I'm John Mellencamp. I keep changing my name, goddammit.
Oh, she's burning at both ends. 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait, I'm not him.
I love the internet because they have that meme where it's John Kruger Mellencamp and it's Freddy Krueger. But with like Freddy Krueger's face on John Mellencamp's body.
Stupid hat on.
The hat's not even on. That's the best part. It's just his hair and it's his face. It's hilarious. Like, oh my God, that's the stretch.
I love it though.
That's the internet for you.
That's the internet at its best. The worst is John Cusack
Twitter
arguing with Kyle 643 Nazi era 484. Like whoever that guy is.
Let me tell you something, John. Fascist. You're the fascist. Poop.
So,
Imogen.
Christine. Let's show her face a little bit.
Christine, the strawberry girl. Christine. Not a sweet lady.
Christine.
Now, Christine, who was she as an actress? What else she's been in?
Yes. I want to get into the cast. She's Sheridan Smith.
Good. She is his sister. That's his sister.
Who? No.
Smith. Her last name's Smith.
Steve Pemberton is the one she looked like.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Reese Shearsmith.
See, I always forget their names.
That's why I was going to bring this up because her last name is the name of the guy she doesn't look like.
Right. Okay.
She looks like Steve Pemberton's sister.
She does.
And that's not a slight on her. She's pretty.
No, she's very pretty. I liked her.
And at first I was like, why did they cast a clearly 40-year-old woman to play a 19, 20-year-old? And now I realize why. Once it got into like jumping decade at a time, I was like, okay, now I get it.
But how old is she? She really only like 32?
She's your age.
Oh God, she looks bad.
And this was
what's funny?
This was 7 years ago.
Speaking of that, the John Wayne Gacy tapes on Netflix. Fantastic. You should watch it. John Wayne Gacy was 37 years old when he was arrested for all the murders and went to prison.
I'm 37.
37!
That's how old I am.
You look how much he accomplished. So much. He killed so many people.
At that point, he already had a basement full of people and a backyard full of people. Damn.
He had no more room. He had to throw bodies in the river. He was getting to that point. Like he even said, he goes, I had no more room. I just dumped him in the river there. Whatever. I'm not a fag. I'm bisexual. That's what he said. I'm not homosexual. I'm bisexual. Because he was married a few times.
Chicago's own John Wayne Gacy.
But he talked about when you're the clown, you can sit on girls' laps and you can fill them up. You know that? That's funny. They let you get away with so much. Fill them up. He goes,
feel them up.
Fill them up. Yeah, I used to sit on their laps and you fill them up real fast. And
you give that sausage.
They don't know. They don't know anything. They don't know better. But them little kids, they can be little bastards. That's what he said. That's what you gotta watch it. It's a great. It's
no, it doesn't sound funny because then you're like, oh yeah, he killed these people.
He murdered a lot of boys. He's an awful monster. I mean, this guy probably one of the worst. Like I don't know, because how many? I mean,
33.
But that was just at his house.
Yes, that's what they found him guilty of, I believe.
Yeah, well. Yeah, because 9 of them were unidentified, or 8 bodies were unidentified. They've only identified out of the 9 or 8 that they didn't, only 2. Since then.
Am I mistaking him with someone else in this? Let me know.
Maybe.
Didn't he kill so many people? He was cooperating, but could not help them any further by going, I don't know who that person is.
No, I think you're thinking of Henry Lee Lucas.
Okay.
Who made all of it up. He didn't kill anybody. It ended up being a complete bullshitter.
But
because the Texas sheriff, what was it? The Texas, oh God, what were they? The sheriffs, like the Texas Rangers. That's what it was. Walker, Texas Ranger. The guy was, there she is. She looks like Allison Hannigan. But like kind of haggard Allison Hannigan. She looks like a British version of Allison Hannigan.
She's not a bitch though.
No.
Nobody likes working with that girl.
Really? I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Wow. Tell us more, Twitter. Get us involved. We want to know the truth. Expose this. No, but Henry Lee Lucas was the guy that said like, oh yeah, I killed this person here. He's like, he admitted to 100 murders. But then when you started to look at the timeline, he was lying because he was in another state when he said he was killing this person. And then they never found the body because he didn't know because he was making it up. And they closed the cases, though. That was the thing. They took his confessions and they closed the cases.
Here's the thing. Proof.
Well, yeah, but they just were just like, nah, this case is closed. You're not worried about it anymore. Yeah, but he didn't do it. No matter. It's closed. Moving on.
That's a county or city that has a horrendous close rate on their murder cases. And it was like, yep, close by.
Well, 85%
this quarter.
All of them do that. Like anybody wants to do that. And that's the thing. They were just lazy and they wanted to get them off the books, move on. But it was like, well, no, that wasn't him. Like you got 4 other murders that match that one, but you're going to make him the guy that did the first one. Like there's more, but no, that's done. Don't worry about that now, son. It's all done. It's a good documentary on Netflix.
If you're British and watching this,
yes,
this is what we have to discuss in America.
Hey, they had the Yorkshire Ripper. They got their own serial killers.
Fuck everyone. Is everyone named Ripper there?
Pretty much, because that's what they got.
I mean, you have like people kill people. I get it. And you have some sort of small. He killed 6 people, and yeah.
Well, the only reason they called him the Yorkshire Ripper was because he supposedly killed prostitutes, but they weren't really prostitutes. They were women who were down on their luck that were selling themselves. But it turned into like this whole feminism documentary where it's like women would treat you with such disrespect that But then I was like, wait a minute, whoa. This guy literally comes up behind women and hits them with a hammer on the street and drags them away and brutalizes them and leaves them in the street. And you're offended when a man wants to walk you to your car. He's trying to protect you. And they were insulted by that. I was like, wait a minute. You got to take one with the other here. I'm sorry. I understand the whole, yes, equal, blah, blah, blah. But when the guy is literally coming out of the shadows and hitting you with a hammer and murdering you in the street and leaving you there to die, you should have somebody with you just in case. It's not a thing of like, hey, bitch, you're walking with me tonight. No, I want to get you to your home so you don't die.
Do you remember that guy that pulled a gun on us when we were walking to like Gold whatever that beer store was by your old apartment.
Oh, did that happen? I happened
Yeah.
to me twice then. I've had two guys pull guns on
Yeah,
me.
someone pulled a gun on us, and we're like,
Really?
"What? What was that place called? Like the Gold?
The Playboy liquor.
That was a terrible liquor store. Something was called the.
Not Playboy. Not the one down by where they had
It was like a block north of your old apartment.
Yeah, it was Playboy because
But
it was liquor.
Something like gold something on the outside.
It might have been, there was billiards there.
Yeah, it was whatever the name of that complex was. But yeah,
something like that.
Some guy pulled the fucking gun on us, and we're just like, why?
I remember.
Then we walked. We were walking, and we walked down by Cesar's place, and some guy offered Michael to.
I wasn't there for that. I heard that story. I wasn't there.
He offered Michael to.
Yeah, I remember.
He wanted to suck Michael's dick as we're walking. We're like,
yes.
Why would you offer it the same trip? And we're like, what is happening?
Yeah, I wasn't there. Yeah, because I never walked to Cesar's house.
It was fucking insane.
I always stayed away from his place.
His place was weird. It was under like an overpass.
Yeah, I don't think it's there
right
anymore.
under the 101 overpass.
I think all those places. I think all those places are gone. I think they tore them all down. They're all gone.
My old apartment is like changed like 16 times.
Yeah.
Every time I go back, it's different.
Yeah. Now that city don't even look the same. It's all gone. It's all long gone.
You know, I keep meaning the Post. We keep waiting for the San Andreas fault to ruin California, but turns out it was the Californians all along. And it's so true.
I wish that tectonic plate would snap in half.
Arizona Bay. I can't wait for my property value to go up.
Exactly. Just like Superman, the motion picture.
Just like a Tool Enema song. I see you down in Arizona Bay. Yeah. I want some beachfront property out here in Arizona.
Maybe in 22 more years.
I'll wait. I'll be around.
You said you'd be dead in 10 years.
I'm shaking my head no if you don't look. I said I'll be around.
Nope.
No. I'll make it to 44.
Oh, that's way too young.
How old is Homer Simpson? 40? 41?
No, he's way older than that now. He's beyond that.
No,
he's
like how old is he on the show?
Oh God, I think he was 37.
No, he was in his 40s.
No, I think he was 30s.
39?
No, I think he was because Bart was 10, Lisa's 8, Maggie's 1. And I think originally he was like 30 something years old because they got married
39.
right after high school.
39.
Does it say 39?
Okay, so I got 2 more years left. Taking myself out of the running after that. I don't want to outpass Homer Simpson. That's fucked.
Yeah, but he's still alive.
That is fucked.
He's like, so if he was 39 30 years ago or 32 years ago, whatever it is. Actually, 1989.
33 years ago.
33 years ago, he'd be, what, 72?
Do we count Tracy Ullman? Because then it's 35 years.
Right? Well, that's the thing. Yeah, exactly.
Anyway,
he's retired.
Either way, not passing Homer. Gonna remove myself from the gene pool. And I'll draw a cartoon of him dying, and then I'll die.
Of course.
There you go.
I hope that happens to Matt Groening.
No.
That piece of shit.
I see a piece of shit.
He was in the Epstein Island. He was getting a foot massage by a 15-year-old. He's a weirdo. He got busted. He was one of the guys on the island. A 15-year-old poo nanny.
I've decided I'm going to completely ignore everything about that story until we see hard proof.
That's pictures.
Is there pictures of him getting a
foot massage?
15-year-old?
Foot massage.
Foot massage.
I've given tons of foot massage.
No, he's on the island.
And they all meant something.
I'll say this. Yeah. I'll say the same thing I've said about Michael Jackson. I don't know if he touched those kids, but the fact is he invited them over, refused to allow their parents over. Therefore, doesn't matter if he did it or not.
Well, I go with either Paul Mooney's version or David Chappelle's version, or Dave Chappelle goes, I got sucked off by the king of pop. I can't top that. I'm done. That was the highlight. That's the highest you're going to get. He sucked me off. And then Paul Mooney goes, Michael Jackson did not fuck them kids. He is just X-Files. He goes, N-word is X-Files. That's what he said. Oh, Paul Mooney was the best. He was good.
R.I.P.
And then brain went to shit, and they paraded him about with his brain melting. Just sad.
I didn't really hear the end of Paul Mooney.
It's sad.
I didn't quite
sad.
get it.
It's a very sad story.
Yeah.
His cousin was like running his career because he was like his manager, and they were taking him literally to every single comedy club in the country, even though he did not have the cognitive ability to do it anymore. And like he was eating people's French fries like off their table, like on their plate, like he was actually doing that, doing stand up, and he'd forget half the bit, he'd forget half the act, and he would be eating their fries with the people at the table. It's sad. It was a sad picture.
Yeah, a lot of comics, especially the last like month. Like 4 comics I know have killed themselves.
When?
In the last like month.
Really? Who?
Like people, not like huge comics or anything.
Oh,
like
local guys
in the circle.
Oh Jesus, that's sad.
Yeah, it's been fucked up lately, but yeah,
I wonder why.
It's been strange. I don't know. And
let's
go back to Brody Stevens.
What a downer. Oh, Brody. I love Brody Stevens.
Brody Stevens was on Periscope at the same time we were, and I would talk to him every once in a while. And then he fucking killed himself.
Phoenix, what's going on over here?
Yeah. The man was out of his goddamn mind.
I saw him.
Everyone thought it was funny at that time. And now you realize, oh.
He was really crazy.
Yeah.
But it wasn't acting, because I saw him live. It wasn't act. Because he'd break, and you'd see it break. You'd see him break.
Oh, you see him break, but you realize the break also was crazy.
Well, I don't know, because he would be laughing. Like he was in on the joke. And like, because there was, we would see him, and every time someone would throw out, every time we saw him, hey, give me a city's name. I've been there. And then my friend goes, Manteca, California. Never heard of it. It was just like, wow, that's the first time it's ever happened. That was pretty funny. But yeah, I saw Brody Stevens like 5, 6, 8 times live. He was great. He was hilarious. Yeah. We would go see Brody. He was great.
Yeah, but
yeah, that's when he died. When he killed himself. It was sad.
He was the reason I went and got on depression meds.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, should probably take care of this.
Why, you need pills?
Yeah.
Fucking pussy. Deal your pain like a man. Use with a broken Coke bottle and cut yourself.
With a gun.
Oh.
Yeah, anyway,
I'm too lazy to be depressed.
Kind of tying into today's episode, honestly, is sadness and like
sure.
The episode, like you said earlier, saccharine, it really was just like milking at the end. And it was really well done. I don't want to like disparage the episode.
No, it's very well done.
I did like when they're all sitting around the table staring at it.
It's very effective. Yeah, it's heartwarming. It's very nice.
And they're sitting there like, it's time to go. And they brought like Sun out dressed as an angel. He's got the halo.
Right, yeah.
He's dressed up for Halloween or birthday, whatever he's dressed up for. But
I'm sorry. If you've seen Michael Keaton in my life, no movie's going to make you cry like that movie.
Defending My Life?
That's a laugh riot. You'll cry when you laugh so hard. No, but My Life, Michael Keaton's My Life, try watching that movie. Fucking try. Like they try. It's great. It's a great movie. It's really well done. It's Michael Keaton's dying, and he's dying, and he's
you already made me sad.
He's married to Nicole Kidman. They're going to have a baby. No, this is the joke I made with you before, where he's dying. He knows he's going to die. He only has a certain amount of time, so he's recording himself for his kid. So it's about him making these movies for his son for the future.
Not basement videos with his son.
No. He's teaching him how to shake. Like, it's funny stuff. Like, he goes,
this is the movie that all those shows and
yes,
stuff.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
It was written by the guy that did Ghost, the same writer. And I guess he said he got trashed by the critics because they called it like sentimentality, schmaltzy stuff. But he said he's had so many people come up to him and like talk about like, their family died or whatever. Member got sick and died like that. And they said, that movie, My Life. You can't find it anywhere. It's hard to find. I got it on DVD.
93?
It's never been the Blu-ray. Yeah, I found it at the thrift store for $1. Like, you can't
like even
find it anywhere.
Like every Breaking Bad references this movie.
Yeah.
Like when Bryan Cranston's character does the thing to this, like talking to his kid of like, hey, here's how, like, everything you see of like a character talk directly to the camera apparently references this movie.
Yeah, I think Simpsons did it too.
Yeah, when he was dying, when he thought he was going to die.
Yeah, he talks
to
to
the
the kid.
listen to the book on tape.
No, but he goes, "Hey Maggie, I'm your father from the dead." Woo! He goes, "Oh, no, I'm just kidding." And then the phone rings, and where he goes, "I want you to know that I was a kind man. I was a loving man." The phone rings. He goes, "Ah, what? Hello? Who is it? Mailhouse? Who? Bart, no, it's a phone." He's scratching his ass. He's in the camera. Oh God, just brilliant. That's a show. That's a fun show.
And you brought up Matt Groening already, so have fun with that.
Well, he's a horrible monster.
That confliction.
Oh no, it's fine. I can love the creator of. I can love the show and hate the creator.
Well, it's the thing. I got in an argument with someone over Louis C.K.
Yeah.
Like, how do you still like people are rating their top 10 comedians and everyone has like Louis C.K. at the top 5, and I was like, some girl goes, "How do you have him in the top 5 because he's a monster?" I go, "It doesn't. Funny. He's funny." What he did, I can separate the person from the art. You have to.
And on top of that, it wasn't like he didn't have permission. He asked before every time. Now, they said yes.
Oh, he says.
Well, they say yes too, because Sarah Silverman said, "Yeah." I said yes, sure. I was curious to see it. That's why they did it. And if you're talking about like funny girls, they probably would all say the same. Like, yeah, actually, I was curious. It was horrid when he did it, but I was curious.
Let's see. Oh no!
Oh, it is red. It's red. Ah!
It's curly like a pig's tail, like you said.
It looks like Harvey Weinstein's asshole after Cheetos.
Now finishing the potted plant.
But
all right,
guess,
so
okay, I'm sorry.
Let's continue with the episode.
I was going to go off on Harvey Weinstein fucking Jennifer Lawrence, but that's another story.
Yeah, we keep going off.
That's a story for another time.
So, all right, my life. I'll add it to my list. What was I going to say? Yeah, the episode, really good, really well done. The acting's good. Everything, the writing's good. It doesn't feel like an Inside Number 9 episode.
No, it does not.
Which I think what we're saying about Reese, why he was upset.
And why it's considered so highly, because it's unlike any other episodes they've done.
And I agree. It's not their writing style, and it would bother me if it was like, let's do something completely different. Oh, everyone loved that. Does that mean they don't like what we normally, you know what I mean?
Again, they probably consider it a cop out because it's easy to pull that emotional tug.
Oh yeah,
it's like the George Lucas quote: "You want to make the audience cry, just kill a cat on screen," and you got them. Like it's easy. It's easy to emotionally manipulate the audience. Just have a villain kill a cat or an animal, and the audience will hate that.
Children.
What do we do? He's killed younglings.
Yeah, have your character kill off 15 kids directly on screen.
Not do it on screen. It was off screen.
No, he started.
They were all laying.
They
weren't like cut up in half and shit, which they should have been. But that would be hilarious.
No, but okay.
Master Skywalker.
They didn't go like, oh, I heard he did. Like I saw the footage. He killed those kids. Like they show.
How about they do Inside Number 9? Anakin Skywalker killing all those kids because it's Inside Number 9 classroom. That would be great. There you go. Master Scott is Shearsmith. Shearsmith's the boy. Master Skywalker. There's too many of them.
Number 9 we're inside of.
9 inside they are. Okay, do it, Yoda.
Okay, so it's an effective ending. It really is. I feel like I'm bitching about the episode, but I'm not. I gave it a 9. I did give it a 9.
I liked it. I will give it an 8/8.
You get a 9 as well.
I'll give it an 8.
You got to vote. You got to round up.
Well, I think
the problem is
the point system.
The problem is Inside Number 9, Bernie Clifton's dressing room. I gave a 10 to, and so did you.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, I still think that one's better.
Awesome. It has half as many votes, and it has a 0.7% lower.
Like I would put this one probably in 4th place.
Okay, here's what I was going to do next.
Yeah.
Where do we put this?
What are you going to put on the list now?
Because here's our list. It's not as good as this. I like this more. I like this more. The Bill.
Yes.
This I do not like more. So
yeah, there you go. Yeah, fourth.
That's what I was saying. I put it fourth as well.
Yes, I would say agree with that.
Okay. So the Bill, I really enjoy the Bill.
The Bill's good.
Bill was exactly what I wanted out of an episode for the first time.
Yeah.
These ones I had no idea what to expect. This one is exactly what I wanted. It was like I ordered from a restaurant. I'm like, fuck, that's lasagna, man. You nailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So number 4 now.
And it ain't lasagna from the Italian garden.
And here's the thing: is this is a better made episode than the Bill, but it doesn't impact me the same way.
Exactly. Yeah, I would agree with that.
It's like Schindler's List is a very, very well made movie, but I like Die Hard with a Vengeance more.
Oh.
That's true. It's 100% true. I like Speed.
That's fine.
I like Speed more than Schindler's List.
I've seen Schindler's List way more than I've seen Speed, though.
I've seen Speed 600 times.
I've seen Schindler's List about 600 times. I don't know what that says about me. I love the movie, but it's a great movie.
You also hate Jews.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
I forgot.
I can put it in a few words. You hate Jews.
That's right.
Yeah.
I forgot.
You know what I mean, though? Or it's the same. We brought it up last time where I said like my top 100 versus what I think the top 100 best movies are.
Right.
Eventually I was like, all right, that's out of there. My top 100. 30 Days of Night is climbing the ranks. Like, it's not a great movie, but I fucking love it. I will watch that movie to my death.
There's no God.
Like,
God, there's no God.
No God.
And it's
Danny Houston.
Danny Houston, who's wonderful in that movie.
His father's a legend. His sister,
she's good.
She won an Oscar, right?
Oh yeah, no, Angelica Houston's, I would say, is big.
He is also an actor.
He's also around. Credit. He does not, because he's in a lot of great movies, and he's good in everything he's in.
He's also in the number 23, which I love.
And he's in the Wolverine movie, which is one of the worst movies ever made.
He plays, for some reason, a young William Stryker.
Somebody gave me, or no, he gave my friend, my Hindu friend who worked at the Indian restaurant, an autograph because my Hindu friend was talking about me and my friends, and oh yeah, they like comic book movies and things like that. And he goes, oh, I just completed a movie, Wolverine. Have you heard of the Wolverine? And he goes, oh no, yeah, I'm sure they like that one, and everyone hated it. But I guess he gave him an autograph. He said, give this to your friends, and we never got it because Michelle doesn't care.
Were you doing an impression if Mayor Quimby were from Boston in Canada? Oh yeah, I saw the comic. Oh
no, that's how Vishal talks. Yeah, that the thing is. No, I don't think so.
Is that the person who got you involved with Indian food so hard?
Oh yeah, that was the best Indian food ever where he worked. Oh my god. Everybody, I mean, that place was famous. Everybody would just, I mean, Danny Houston was eating there, for Christ's sake. That's how good it was.
If I made a list of my top 50 actors, I bet Danny Houston would be in there.
He's good.
I love.
50's not like, a lot though. 50's a big number.
50. Okay, 25.
Yeah.
Danny Houston will be hanging around in the later half.
Well, I'll tell you why.
In there.
Proposition. He's awesome in the Proposition.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I even like him in Dark, that awful Mel Gibson movie where he plays the bad guy in. No, Edge of Darkness. Where he kills Mel Gibson's daughter, and then like he gives him the tainted milk, and that's like no, he gives him the milk, and it's going to give him cancer because it's tainted.
30 Days a Night.
So he's good. 30 Days.
He's on American Horror Story. He plays the jazz killer.
I didn't see
which is a true story. He would play. He sent out a memo to the citizens of New Orleans that said, "If you don't play jazz, I will come into your house and kill you." So everyone's playing jazz outside New Orleans. And anyone not playing it, he would go in there and kill him. He played that character.
He'd kill me because I hate jazz.
And he also was in another season as well. But yeah.
I don't understand jazz.
I will do it to save my life.
Nope, I can't do it.
You put on fucking ignore it. It's jazz is terrible. But some like really good jazz is good. But the problem is jazz is like the improv of music for some reason.
Right. Yeah,
fuck yourself. That's right. That's where you lose me. It's scatting.
Scatting. Yeah.
There's a great scatting joke in The Office where they're playing, and Craig Robinson goes, "Good scatting, man." And Andy picks up a thing. He's like, "Yeah, I missed some of the beops, boo boops." And it's like, you see that he wrote out the scatting. Like, it's all written out.
That's funny.
It's great. Anyway, 9, you give it an 8.8.
8's fine.
So 9.
8.
8.8 is a 9.
I'm not saying 8 points. I'm just saying 8. I'll go 8. I won't go 9. I'll go 8. 8's fine. It's a very nice number.
But how do you go from 8.7 or 8.8 to 8?
Because you said you couldn't do 8.8.
But that means you go up. You don't go, no, I'll remove most of my score.
8.5.
So 9
and a quarter below the 5. Okay.
Just doing this. 9. No, it's a good episode. It does not deserve the top billing.
No, it does not. But again, it's because of the emotional impact, and it was the first emotional impact episode they did, so that's probably why it's so highly rated.
I'm curious about the user reviews on Bernie Clifton. It was only 14. 8, 9, 10, 10, 10, 10, 7.
7.
9, 8, 7, 10, 9, 1.
Shit. What?
9. Okay.
1.
This guy. 13 Fun Bags is his name. 13 Fun Bags. From January 14, 2018. There's nothing worse than watching a great show die a graceful death. While the third series made some changes to the style of story they were going for, it was still good. I don't know what rubbish this is supposed to be. It has no entertainment value and is very difficult to watch. This is the very first time I saw the twist coming halfway through the episode. I wish I could just walk away, but I can't. I have to see how low they go.
Wow. I would say that about Great Night at the Pops.
Proms.
Whatever. And I wouldn't say that because I thought that was funny.
No.
But I thought it wasn't very good. It wasn't the best. It's the worst one on the list, but it was the weakest one.
Definitely. You kept saying that the main actor who plays Adam was the guy from Sherlock, Moriarty.
Yes, I did. Yes,
that is Andrew Scott.
This guy's
Tim Riley.
Gotta be his brother.
Here's Andrew Scott, and this is what we'll end on here. This is the last thing I have. Here's Andrew Scott.
Yeah, see, look at it. Looks just like him.
This is Tom Riley.
Dead ringer.
Looks
very similar.
This guy's head is very fucked compared to.
Well, that's a front-on shot. That guy's going to the side.
There.
Okay, there you go.
His head is very fucked compared to this guy.
They got the same fucking head.
I will agree. It's like 80% the same,
roughly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So according to you, that means 40% because you can just round down whatever you want.
Fine.
All right, let's get out of here.
Bye.
Until next time, which is Beyond Belief 310.
What, Tuesday?
Tuesdays are just Twilight Zone.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was asking. You said next time. Tuesday's next time.
On this podcast.
Oh, this one. It's all different, right?
So next Saturday on Anthology is episode 101, Beyond Belief 310. And then on the live stream, we're doing Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent after that.
Yes.
Next Saturday. Join us, won't you?
All right. Come on out.
Join us. The 12 Days of Christine. Maybe it was just overhyped to me.
Probably, yeah. But still, it's a great episode. It's very well done.
Yeah.
Everybody BAFTAs around.
It made number 4. What more do you want?
Yeah.
Fuck off, won't you?
Zombie.
Phoenix West.
Dick.
Get. With their jokes and their no one watches their podcast or listens. I am dead. Why am I dead? How'd she die?
I can't eat cancer. I'll look it up. Look at my phone in a minute.
Oh, it's sad.
It was very sad.
Yeah. All right, bye. with their melanoma and bathroom break, they are peeing with their dickory. Hello, dickory dock.
All right.
Let me make sure it recorded. And we're recording. And right, a weight of massive talent. It recorded. It recorded. Somber, somber. Eh, eh, eh. Oh, oh, oh. You ready?
Yeah.
Turn that camera on.
Oh, I thought it was on. I'm sorry.
Let me
I
turn
thought I
my.
hit it.
Let me fix my audio first for no reason. Audio hardware.
Oh.
Yeah, every time. Isn't this fun? We're recording. Zombie. Oh, sorry. Welcome to LIW Studios. John Carpenter review, episode 23, The Fog from 1980.
Is it really episode 23?
It is 23. That is correct.
We've watched 23 John Carpenter
Season
movies.
3, episode 1. I am Phoenix West.
Dick to Cat.
I'm the Fog.
Fogue.
You're Foggy 9 Dick.
See, I thought it was funny. Like, I was watching the movie, and I was like, the fog. Wouldn't it be fun if this movie was called The Fag, and in the fog was a bunch of gay pirates? And they were going after the gold. Get him! Get that bitch! Get him! You're going down, bitch.
Like Fanny Bandits?
We're going to destroy you. You turned our gold into a cross. Oh, you bastard. Hal Holbrook, I'm going to fucking tear you apart.
Hal Holbrook
later.
and Janet Leigh are like the only two dead people I can think of from this movie. Isn't that weird? From 1980, and most of the main cast isn't dead.
No,
That's rare.
There's a lot of dead people in this movie. Okay, I'll tell you right now. You got Janet Leigh, dead. John Houseman, dead.
The director's alive.
Hal Holbrook's dead.
So 2. So
George Buck Flowers, dead.
Okay, that was the third. I was trying to think of the third.
I'm sure Jim Haney's dead.
But it's not like Tom Atkins, Jennifer.
I think Tommy Walsh is still alive.
Tommy Walsh is still alive. John Carpenter's still alive. The director, the writer, John. I noticed in the credits it says Tommy Walsh did the set design and the editor. I'm like, what a weird combo.
And he's in the movie as a character.
And so is John Carpenter.
And so's Rob Bottin. This was a low budget movie.
Yes.
So I think they were penny pinching on this one. And he shot it on panoramics. He shot it on what's it called? The
film.
Yes, but it was an anamorphic widescreen Panavision.
Yeah,
which is like
5.
Yeah, and it looked good. Like it makes the movie look way better.
The problem is
like a real movie.
The version I watched and the version you watched. If you watch my copy, it's like.
No, I watched it on Amazon.
Okay,
the
version I watched. The copy I had was garbage.
Really? No, my Amazon was good. It was pretty much proper formatted. It was in that It was in the widescreen mode. It was well done. It looked good. It was a nice looking movie, considering it's the fag.
Don't say that word anymore, man.
What?
You can't say that word anymore.
What word?
The F word. Come on.
Fuck.
You know what I forgot to mention in our last episode of Anthology series? That was episode 1400 of LAW Studios.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
1400. I think I'm gonna do like 2000 and call it quits. I got 600 more in me. After that, I don't give a shit.
I don't know about that.
I already don't give a shit, so that probably won't happen, right?
You'll be doing it for another 5,000 episodes.
Probably. What else have I got going on?
The kid's going to be graduating college. Dad, you gotta take the steaks out for the barbecue. We're doing Nick Cage's last movie. Show some respect.
Elderly Nick Cage is in a movie.
He's dead. It's Face Off 2.
Okay.
Well, they finally got around to making Face Off 2.
James Cameron's Face Off 2, 4, 5, and 6 are coming out this year. We're gonna watch them. Okay. All right, so clear your schedule there. I don't care if you're getting married this summer. Cancel that. We're going to do these movies, okay?
Oh.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
So the ghost in this movie, Blake, is Rob Bottin, the special effects guy.
Yeah.
The makeup man. He is 6'5".
Saw that.
Yeah, so Rob Bottin was actually kind of a scary, size for that character, and it worked perfectly. So didn't have to pay a guy to do that part.
Can you tell me why this movie is a 6.8 on IMDb?
It's not I don't hate this movie. I think it's just kind of bland. It's kind of boring. And in fact, the movie was so short.
Kind of.
Well, you know what? Hey, it's very short that they had to add the beginning. And you can tell that John Huston opening monologue is just pushed in there to make the movie 80 minutes long.
Were we not just talking about his son a few minutes ago?
John Houseman?
Oh, I think he said John Huston.
No, yeah, John
Huston. John Huston's in this?
Yeah, no, not Huston.
No, it's... Do you want me to take over now and just go into why I don't like this movie that much?
Yeah.
Or do you want to defend it first?
No, I don't care. I don't have any opinion. I really don't have an opinion on this movie one way or another.
I don't. It's a very, very well-made movie.
Yeah.
I love the music. I love the cinematography. I love the slow pace of it. It's just like Halloween, the pacing of it.
Yes.
Problem is, the story, I think, is fucking garbage. So, therefore, the pacing doesn't add up to anything.
Right.
And I just sit there, and I have to watch people look off screen at stuff that I never see myself. And I just wait, and I wait. And I watched this when I was fully awake. I sat down. I was like, all right, here we go. The Fog. By the time we got to, she's still talking and we're still doing the intro credits. I'm like, oh, okay, we have a problem here. I'm falling asleep.
Jesus, that's amazing.
Yeah, I'm falling asleep. This is 8 minutes into the movie. They're still doing opening credits. And I'm like,
this was, I didn't know this. I didn't know this was Adrienne Barbeau's first theatrical film.
Yeah.
She had done TV movies because she did that TV movie we watched, which was actually pretty good.
which is way better than this fucking movie.
It is. I would say I agree. This movie is just like, so okay. This movie was supposed to be PG rating, and it should be. It got R rating. So why? I mean, there's nothing. Everything is done off screen. You don't see any like violence.
Everything
Is off screen. Yeah, it's
cut.
cut. Yeah.
And I watched the interview earlier with John Carpenter, and he was saying Halloween was very violent. We didn't want that same aesthetic. We didn't want like the brutal violence with the guy stalking you with a knife. We wanted like he kills him, it cuts away. And for some reason, this got an R, and I cannot figure it out for the life of me why.
I think they just the MPAA is just bullshit. They just John Carpenter, yeah, you get an R rating, but there's nothing in this. Shut up.
Your name is R.
Sir. You guys rape and murder an old woman off screen. What? There's no rape.
That sounds like headcanon, sir.
We think there is.
Because I'm pretty sure I remember a rape happening in my mind.
That old woman, I was shocked to see she got pulled away a la Mandy. Remember Mandy when that big tubby kid got pulled away by the Hellraiser bikers? That's a great moment.
So this got the same rating as Mandy.
Is it really?
Where a guy goes with his dick, he's like, yeah, and she's like,
she laughs at his dick.
Don't laugh at it.
Shut up. Shut up.
Or fucking one of the Eli Roth movies where they scoop out an eyeball, and this got the same rating. This is the same company who gave it, the same entity gave it the same rating. And for the fucking life of me, this deserves a PG. This is a PG movie.
Oh, it's definitely a PG movie.
There's no swearing.
No, not at all.
There's no violence that actually you see.
No.
Everything is implied. This is actually less offensive. It's less violent than an Indiana Jones movie.
And those are violent movies because he kills everybody.
Yeah. Nothing happens in this movie. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying rating wise.
And he kills ethnic people.
He kills a guy with a tank and runs him, and he throws
he shoots 5 guys with 1 bullet.
The one guy gets his head cut off in the first one.
Oh yeah,
he gets chopped apart. They don't show it, but it's still implied, and that's still more violent than anything that happens here because it's all in the shadows and the fog. You see literally nothing.
Oh, that was Last Crusade.
But I'm just saying. No, I'm just, in the first one.
Oh, head cut off. Dude. Oh no! He gets his fucking body ripped apart by a propeller. Yeah,
but you don't see. You don't see like guts and like blood spraying everywhere.
Well, you see blood. Just a little spray on the Nazi.
You don't see the body. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, sure. Yeah,
but it's all implied, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's the stupid MPAA shit where I remember David Fincher was talking about. He did 2 cuts of Fight Club. One of them was where Edward Norton beat the shit out of Angel, and you see he's hitting Jared Leto, and he's punching him, and he's knocking in like his eye socket, and he's crushing his skull. And they went, and he put that out, and he's like, "Oh, maybe that's too violent." And then he put out a version where you only see the crowd reaction,
right?
Like, oh, and he said that got a harsher version. That got a harsher, restriction by the MPAA.
Right, yeah.
But you don't see anything in that cut, which is made the final cut of the movie. You don't see the violence.
Right.
But like the crowd reaction was somehow deemed more violent by them than the actual violence. And that's where you know they're fucking nonsense.
So what's the deal with John Carpenter and Anthology? Because Halloween was supposed to be an anthology series. This was supposed to become an anthology series. Whereas the fog would be the catalyst for every storyline within the next like trilogy of films or whatever. Because this movie made money.
Yeah,
it was financially successful.
It would have to be with their budget.
Well, the budget was $1 million.
Was it $1 million?
According to IMDb, it's $1 million budget.
Yeah, it was $1 million, but they spent like 3 or 4 on advertising.
Sure, granted. But the movie made about $21 million at the box office altogether, which is pretty good. That's a good return, considering what it is, and I'm sure video sells, and since that's made a ton of money.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that
John Carpenter made money off this for sure.
Oh, absolutely. And then
Adam was supposed to be a part of this.
Yes, because Adam is very much a pro Carpenter man.
Adam is a pro Carpenter guy. He is more in line with The Fog than I am, clearly. This was the movie I was looking forward to the least.
Okay.
Sorry, I had the burp.
Okay.
I do not like this movie. I find it incredibly boring, but I do think it's really well made.
Yeah.
And I love the music is straight out of Halloween cuts. It's like what he couldn't put in Halloween, he just threw into this. It's the same exact score as Halloween.
Right.
It just doesn't have that classic, doesn't have that classic song. It's just like the scraps that didn't make the cut.
Well, according to Carpenter here, he wanted to do an EC comic story. And this was his homage to EC Comics. And it's very EC comic-y. So it's very Tales from the Crypt.
Well, it looks like even EC Comics, the Creep Show.
Yeah.
It looks like Creep Show.
Yeah.
The pirate. I have a problem with the pirates. I always refer to them as ghost pirates. This time, though, I was like, they're actually zombie pirates.
Yeah.
Because Adrienne Barbeau, in the best scene in the movie, when she's right here on top of the lighthouse here.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Stabs him with a hook. And he goes, and he keeps climbing. And I'm like, that's a fucking zombie, my friend.
Oh, yeah.
That's a zombie pirate.
Yeah.
Or zombie sailor, whatever you want to call it. But
one of the characters in the movie was named Dan O'Bannon, based on John Carpenter's Dark Star co-writer.
Of course he is.
Oh, God.
There's a lot of them. But I guess what we should do is, because you've seen the remake, right?
I've seen pieces, but I've heard it's like the worst remake of all time.
Should we just not ever talk about the remake and just discuss it here?
Or should we watch the remake and do a whole show about it?
Well, that's my plan, was to do do you want to just end on John Carpenter directed stuff and call this show a wrap, or do you want to actually do the remakes as well?
I would like to do the remakes.
Okay. Then we'll stop here.
Because it'd be interesting.
Okay.
But there's only a few remakes, honestly, because I don't know if I could sit through a Halloween remake again.
We have to do the Rob Zombie one. Yeah, I almost said Rob Thomas.
Rob Thomas. Knife in the back and dead in my room.
We already did one remake.
Yes.
And I completely forgot that we did it. We did the Guy Pearce. The Guy Pearce.
Well, you're right.
Version.
Yeah.
What's it called?
God, I always forget what it's
Lockout?
called. Lockout, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Here's
terrible movie.
I looked up that movie and I was like, we should do this movie. Wait, I rated it. Why did I rate it?
Did I see this movie?
I looked up the movie and I looked up our list of episodes. I'm like, did I add it by accident? Oh, fuck. I think it. And suddenly, like, memories started coming back of, we talked about this movie. It is like 4% caught through that filter in my mind, and the rest is just gone in the weird ether of alcoholism and childhood abuse. It's all gone. It's back there. I don't know where it is. It's never coming back. But fuck that movie. So we got Halloween, Rob Zombies. We got the Assault on Precinct 13 with Ethan Hawke. We got the remake of this, The Fog. And then there's, what else is there? Is that it? I can pull it up right now. Let's find out. Because I also have movies he wrote. So on the list, if it ever pulls up here, it's loading. Okay, so we got The Thing. So that's the fourth one. Halloween, The Fog, Assault on Precinct 13, Vampires Los Muertos.
That's a sequel, though. It's
a sequel, but I want to talk about it because John Bon Jovi plays
so fucking awful.
Silent Predators, a snake movie he wrote from 1999. Blood River from 1991. El Diablo 1990. Black Moon Rising he wrote in 1986. Halloween 2 from 1981 I also want to talk about. And he wrote Eyes of Laura Mars with Irving Kershner directed in 78. That movie actually looks decent.
Yeah, I'm curious about that one.
I've always wanted to watch it.
Yeah, I did. I have too. I like. I've never really seen. Oh no, I've seen a few Irving Kershner movies: Empire Strikes Back and RoboCop 2.
Yeah, and both those movies I like.
Yeah, exactly.
Both those movies are great. Better than the originals, I would say.
I wouldn't say RoboCop 2.
RoboCop 2 has some great stuff in it.
It is fun.
It is a lot funnier than the first one.
Yeah.
It's got the guy shooting the robot shooting themselves in the head.
Yeah. He takes his helmet. The helmet off.
It's great.
It's just fun.
It's a fun movie. It's more fun than the first one. It's like Beverly Hills Cop 3.
Yes.
Not technically better than the first one, but it's way more fun than the first one.
Right. Yes, they have fun.
It's silly. But anyway, The Fog, this original. I'll save my commentary on the remake because we'll do that one. But yes, what do you want to say about this movie that hasn't been said, which is almost nothing because nobody talks about this fucking movie?
Not particularly, no. It's not. I don't hate it. I think I grew up with it. It's one of those movies where you're just like, I've always known what it was. I've seen it. I like the pirate stuff was always fun for me. I like pirate stuff. The town ghost story, was interesting. But I mean, other than that, it's a very paint by numbers movie. It's very simple.
Yeah,
it's very to the point. They shot in 30 days. So, say what you will about John Carpenter, he's economical, he gets things done, and he moves on. So he's no time waster, that guy, because he wants to smoke a cigarette. That's his rule. On a John Carpenter movie, he can only have a cigarette after the film is out of the camera. So he needs it done quick.
No, I think it's when the day's done. He's not going to wait that long. You said 30 days. No, he's not.
No, you're right. He's going to murder somebody.
You guys got to reload the camera. I smoked a pack right there. All right, let's go. You know how much it hurt him? He had his cigarette waiting off camera burning while he was filming his scene.
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, I'll come back to you."
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'll get back to you. All right. Take 2. Sorry. All right. Go. Take 3.
Take 5.
All right. Well, yeah, I'll find out. But it is a very low budget. It's a quick turnaround. My first thoughts when I was watching this, because I very recently watched the opening of Popeye. This is kind of a similar seaside town. But the problem with Popeye is that set, the opening set of that town, is so fucking good.
Oh, yeah.
You can't really compare it to Robert Altman, though. What are you going to do? But I am in my mind. That's what I'm comparing it to.
Well,
but this one, I just felt like I never got a sense of the town. You see 6 people. You never see the town.
No.
This is why I compare it to 30 Days a Night as well, because in 30 Days a Night, you see the town. I know people. I know the town. I know the layout. I know everything. This movie, didn't get a goddamn thing. I know where the light tower is by the water. The rest, they needed some shots around town. They needed something. It was just missing. And I was like, I don't care about these people. What the fuck do I care? I'll die. I don't care. I feel like the remake gave more explanation of to why they need to get these ghosts their money or their gold.
Well, is it because they were going to take Maggie Grace with them? Is that in the remake? Because she's the princess of the pirates or something?
We shall save that for the Fog follow-up.
Oh, I can't wait!
But yes, there's a whole thing of she's the descendant of the girl and that nonsense. But at least that explains why she's in town. In this movie, Jamie Lee Curtis basically plays her role. And you never know why she's there. She's just there passing through to Vancouver.
She's there to get butt fucked by Tom Atkins.
She's like, hey, you gonna pick me up? Okay, cool. Yeah. Are you weird? You're weird? Good. Fucks him immediately.
Yeah, exactly. But
she why? Hey, 25 years older than her.
Could you deny Tom Atkins? Even without his mustache. Granted, he doesn't have his mustache in this movie, which is a very, very, very detrimental role in the film.
It is jarring.
They need to have him have his mustache. You can't take him seriously without it. It's like Tom Selleck without a mustache. It's impossible.
It is jarring to see him here without his mustache.
Yeah.
And this little fuck boy here in the middle, Jared Barbeau's kid, is just like a tiny adult. He looks like he's like, "Hello, mother. I've recently went out to the ocean side and I found a piece of driftwood. Wouldn't you believe it, old chap? It has words written on it. Anyway,
I'm gonna go have a beer.
I'll write you in a fortnight after I recover from my once I regain sobriety here, and I will send you a letter." Like, he's just so adult. It's crazy. And there's a flannel match off later that happens with Tom Atkins and some guy. I don't remember who he is, but there's a bunch of flannel in this movie.
Well, it is a coastal town.
Coastal town. It's also 1980.
1980 coastal town. They love their flannel.
Love their flannel.
This is Kurt Cobain's favorite movie.
Oh man, I never seen Kurt Cobain wearing flannel.
He went. I think he did the MTV Unplugged. He did the flannel. Flannel. He had like the coat on, the sort of like that jacket on that was flannel.
MTV Unplugged. Nirvana.
I met him on the stairs.
No, he's wearing a sweater. He's wearing a green sweater.
Yeah, it's flannel.
There's no flannel.
Ah, you're wrong.
I'm looking at it right now.
It looks like it smells like the art teacher's locker or classroom. It looks like that must reek of weed. That Kurt Cobain's coat.
Kurt Cobain flannel. About them very, very old pictures of him wearing flannel. Like beginning of Nirvana.
You're wearing his Jack Johnson shirts or whatever.
Man, these are early. Nothing later. All right,
Wow.
So the fog. When the fog starts to sweep in, it looks like normal fog, and then this is me noticing it. I don't notice it glowing until Adrian Barbeau goes, "It's glowing."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, it is glowing," and then it glows the rest of the movie.
Well, I mean, you have to see it, and I understand why it's heightened. It's surreal because it's the fog, the mystery of the fog. But again, like when your antagonist is basically a cloud of vapor, how do you make a movie work? And he does it. I think it's as good as it's going to get for this movie with Carpenter. Kind of shows you he can take a movie and he can make it work no matter how ridiculous it is. I mean, shit.
Even though you don't see the antagonist until out of the other 90 minutes, you don't see them until 76 minutes into the movie. That's why I say all the technical aspects of this movie are great.
Yeah,
all of it's great. The story is so fucking boring.
Well, it's like a ghost story, and it's like ghosts can be boring. Where it's just like, oh, the pirate ship took the gold and they cheated him and he wanted revenge. And then he's coming every 200 years to kill the ancestors of the ones who betrayed him.
And okay, you just brought up something there that I also hate. You know how much I hate when characters are trapped in a situation they cannot get out of, like The Ring or The Grudge.
Mm-hmm.
I hate Sins of the Father storylines. I fucking hate it because fuck that guy. I don't know why he did what he did. Don't blame me. I'm coming for your children. Fuck you. Why? Come for me.
Because I'm an asshole.
The Dennis Leary.
Hey, I'm an asshole. Fuck you. I'm going to smoke right now. I want a cigarette. I want a hamburgers. I want a steak, medium rare, covered.
I'm the kind of guy that likes a hamburger sandwich and a
yeah.
What's he walking on the streets with Jello and Playboy magazine?
Playboy magazine, smoking cigarettes, and while Cocteau can sing
"Kumbaya"
Kumbaya from here till his ears bleed or
whatever it says. Yeah, he goes off on his little stand up.
I think he wants to kill you.
Yeah, but okay. So, do you not agree that the Sins of the Father storylines and things are bullshit?
To a point. I think if you tell a good one, it could be interesting. You could take those tropes and kind of flip them, which I don't think anyone's ever done. I'm trying to think. I don't think anyone's ever done that, where you can like play with it, and make it interesting. Like I don't think anyone's been taking
time
it
travel back to my dad and get him. You know what I mean? Something that would be fun. But like, I'm not taking the heat for that fucking guy. Fuck you.
Well, it's like he sells his soul, and the insurance is on the son's soul, so you have to collect the son's soul for the father to live, or something like that. Like those kind of movies.
But that shouldn't exist, because whenever I see like devil movies or witch movies, and they're like, "We'll collect on your your children's," I'm like,
right?
How can you bargain someone else's soul? That's where I like get pissed, and I'm like,
that's where I draw the line. God damn it!
That's like me going, "I'll pay you $500, but it's not me. It's this guy. It's Dick is gonna pay that money."
What?
And I go, "He said you're gonna pay us, mother." Like, no, what? So disconnect the family line. Like, that doesn't matter. Pretend that doesn't exist. I signed someone else's name to a contract. How the fuck does that make sense? And I don't care if they're related, because why do I care? So why does it make sense that your grandson should pay your tab? Fuck that.
And not only that, they're going after like the cousins and the nieces, the nephews. It's not like direct relations.
And that's where I think the sequel, the remake, I should say, streamlines a little bit more, where they're directly going after these people. They want this, and they stayed up front. This is what they're after. This is who they're coming for. We have Hal Holbrook here going, "I'm the sixth person. Come from," and you're like, kind of get it. And then they go away, and he's like, "Oh, why didn't they come for me? Oh, here they are," and then they get him, and you're like,
cut off his head.
But
for that last sting, the good old scare, which maybe because that was before Friday the 13th did that. So is this the first jump scare ending?
No.
I'm trying to think what came before this.
Well, this came out the same year as Friday the 13th.
Oh, did okay? I did. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Do you think the writers of Friday the 13th saw the fog and were inspired?
I don't think there's any inspiration here.
Well, it's John Carpenter wrote it, so I don't know.
I feel credited shit talking this movie because I actually do enjoy it to a certain extent, but it's just the story so fucking. Ugh.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
And you don't see these motherfuckers right here until like an hour 20 minutes in. Before that, it's all like you see an arm and you see
right,
and it's like who? Okay, and you're waiting, which I'm fine with, honestly. Normally, I'm like, okay, we're gonna wait to reveal our killers, but the problem is they never reveal the killers, other than the story that Hal Holbrook reads in the journal that he finds because a brick fell onto his table.
Because it was calling its master.
Yeah,
it's heard its master's call. The one ring.
Who the fuck it was?
This is the one ring.
One ring to guide us all.
It's just. I can't read the writing. Not many can. What if Hal Holbrook couldn't read the journal because it was written in Spanish? Oh, shit. This sucks.
This is Latin. Shit.
Oh, I don't know how to read Latin. I'm like Vatican II.
I'm not very good. I'm not a very good priest, am I?
I'm not even a priest. I just wear this collar for chicks.
I just lost the bottom part of my white tie. Oh, it's cut off here. Shit.
I was in Sons of Anarchy.
Was he?
Yeah, he's in Sons of Anarchy. I think it's Katie Seagal. He plays Katie Seagal's dad. I think he's in that show.
That's a show that just like went through my brain.
That's the show. Yeah, I have no idea what happened. Never saw it. Never saw the end of it. I saw the first season, maybe some of the second. I was just like, okay, I'm done. I'm out. I can't watch this anymore.
Yeah, it's a show. I can say I watched it. I can say it wasn't bad.
Yeah, it was just
whatever. Ask me who the fuck anyone is. I remember.
No.
Jax, Bobby.
Yeah.
Gemma. And then Gemma was Katie Seagal. She was married to Hellboy.
Yes.
And then he was a guy. And the rest is a blur. I remember the ending.
Do you?
I do. Because I was like, oh, well, there you go. Yeah. They set that up 7 seasons ago. Okay. Cool.
I mean, whatever. It's I think this could have been a John Carpenter cash grab, because why not? It was shot in 30 days. He's the guy. Hey, Sam Carpenter. He's a technical proficient. He knows what he's doing. He gets the job done. He moves on. He's not, and he doesn't rest on his laurels. I guess now he does because he doesn't really make anything anymore. But
no, he makes more money now than ever.
Oh yeah, you just sit at home and a check comes to him saying,
"We're going with his son.
Yeah, we're gonna remake Big Trouble in China. But we haven't done it yet. But still, we have to pay you because your rights and blah blah blah."
He was a very smart guy as far as contracts go. Therefore, man makes a shit ton of money.
As he should.
He's sitting around going, "Hey, son, let's make music and tour the country playing our music," and does very, very well doing that. And kudos to the fucking man. But this movie, I just find lackluster. I don't get the 6.8 on IMDb. I don't get it. I don't hate it. I just find it very, very, very boring.
You're not wrong.
The last 30 minutes are decent. It's just the story doesn't set up enough for me.
Well, do you think it would have been better if it was longer?
Yes.
Really? Oh, okay. So you think it's okay.
Well, I feel
like this is the perfect length.
I'm good with the length of this if it had enough story involved. Like this had a little bit more story. This would be a good length. It's fine. 90 minutes, you're in and out. But the problem is the first hour I'm going, fuck, they're just driving. It's Adrienne Barbeau just talking on the radio going, hey, head out to the church. It's the only safe place in the city. And she says that 6 times. And you're like, oh, that took up 5 minutes of screen time. Nothing happened between that. It's all filler. But they needed more going on. So if it was this slow, but like 2.5 hours, but they had a lot more going on with the story and characters being involved with each other, I'd be fine with that. I'd much prefer that. Because I always say I'm a character guy. I want character development. In this, there's 0 characters. You get no character development.
Yeah, there's nothing. Yeah,
and that's John Carpenter.
Yeah,
he doesn't care about where point A. There's no point A to point B with characters. It's just they're there for the story, which it works with Snake Plissken. But there's an interesting world involved with Snake Plissken that you're along for. In this, there's no interesting world. There's just some fog that rolls in. So all you're left with is the fucking fog and their storyline, and that's 3 minutes of dialogue by Hal Holbrook reading a journal, and that's it.
So are you saying if Snake Plissken was in this movie, it'd be a better movie?
If it was, how is Snake going to get around this world? Like, how is he going to manage get around these zombie?
He's got to go to the fog. Yes. He's got to go to the fog to save Adrienne Barbeau's kid. Yeah, yes, do it. Sure, why not?
But the problem is, you're watching for the majority of the ending. You're watching Adrienne Barbeau on a roof in the best scene in the movie. She's on the roof of the lighthouse, kicking the guy away and being threatened with these hooks.
Yeah,
and she has literally 0 agency over the outcome right there.
Yeah,
it's all dependent on Hal Holbrook holding up the cross, the gold cross.
Yes,
this right here.
Yeah,
and so Adrienne Barbeau has 0 control over her fate right there. So where's the satisfaction come in? Am I making sense here?
Yeah, no, you're right.
It's a great looking. I love that scene with her on the roof because I'm like, that's fucking terrifying. She's like climbing away, and then you see like this shadow slowly come in the frame behind her. I'm like, there you go. That's the fucking shot of the movie. And she's like, oh, there's one behind me too. Oh shit. And she tries to kick the one away. He stabs her in the shoulder.
It's grabbing my hair from the broken window. Oh, it's done. Yeah. It stopped. They stopped it. So
yeah, it's over.
and you don't have Trace Atkins going, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off.
Not Trace Atkins, but yes.
Whatever. What's his name? Tom Atkins?
Tom Atkinson.
Let's call him. I don't know why Trace Bellew is in this. He's great.
Tom Atkins.
Trace Bellew and
turn it off, turn it off, turn it off. Yeah.
Turn it off, I'm Crow.
Halloween 3 is a better movie than this.
I would agree.
That's a fact.
I would agree.
In fact, I'll show my list right now. I'll read off my list.
Ooh.
I have my John Carpenter rankings, which I didn't want to get into until later because we're going to do our top 10. So I won't show you the list actually. But I have this below, or just above. This is what I have it above. Cigarette Burns, Dark Star, Ghost of Mars.
Ooh, Dark Star.
So it's above those three.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say that's accurate.
I have it below Vampires.
Well, Vampires, I enjoy Vampires.
I enjoy Vampires.
Guilty pleasure on my end for Vampires. I would put Vampires a little higher up for me.
I'm just saying,
no.
Vampires has a much better story, which is fucked. It's a worse movie, but better story, which is ultimately what I care about.
Right, yeah.
I care about what happens to the characters in Vampires. I don't give a shit about these people.
Yeah.
I think certain people gravitate towards John Carpenter for that reason, because he doesn't go into the deep aspects of his characters and their struggles.
Well,
you're just watching the story unfold with these regular people.
Well, I think they try to say he's nihilistic in all of his movies. I don't know if that's true.
No. But the thing is, other than that,
maybe, I don't know. I still think
maybe Vampires.
Wilford Brimley's got some wonderful moments of humanity. I'm all better now.
No, but the ending of the thing is definitely nihilistic.
Sure.
Which is, fuck, it doesn't matter. We're dead anyway.
Yeah. We're not going to let this thing
live. Dead,
live.
we're dead, or it's not. That's great. Yeah. And then definitely Snake Plissken is a nihilistic character. You can't say he's not. Halloween.
Oh, he's a quintessential nihilistic character. He doesn't have no feelings.
No, but that's just a character, and that's the antagonist, though. That's not the protagonist, which is what happens in the thing where the protagonist is nihilistic. That's different. Big Trouble in Little China, or the protagonist is nihilistic as well.
Yes.
So
because Kurt Russell doesn't care.
That's why I say Halloween's different, because Jamie Lee Curtis is not nihilistic. She's the she's the protagonist. She's not nihilistic. It's different. Christine is nihilistic. Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy you're rooting for is the bad guy. It's true. He gets corrupted as fuck by that. But yeah, I'd say it's 50-50, because in the Mouth of Madness, you're not rooting for evil. Sam Neill's not nihilistic.
No.
He's skeptic. He's skeptic at worst.
But it's the end of the world, so it is kind of a nihilistic approach to the end of the world, because everybody's dead, everybody's turning into monsters, it's a new generation of evil, and nobody can do anything about it, and Samuel just goes crazy laughing.
Or is it?
Or is it just another day in Los Angeles?
Yeah, it's one of those.
It's another day in Detroit, another day in New York City.
Or is it all in his head? One of the sort of thing.
Sure, but they never allude to that, though.
No, but that's more how I see it.
No, I think it's an end of the world movie.
Maybe it is.
And that's the end of it. Like that's it. That is the end of the world. That's it. It's the end of the world. Because it's part of his End of Days trilogy. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
His Apocalypse trilogy or whatever. I think it's called the Apocalypse trilogy.
And they live nihilistic.
Oh, that one.
Yes. The main character starts off nihilistic, becomes not nihilistic at the end. So
right.
There's some hope there. Which, for some reason, They Live is not considered part of his trilogy. You think it would be?
No, well, it's oh god, it's I know it's Prince of Darkness, and it's In the Mouth of Madness, but there's one before that.
So it's In the Mouth of Madness, it's Prince of Darkness, and then it's
The Thing. I think The Thing. Yeah, The Thing. Yeah. That's it. Yes, The Thing, Prince of Darkness,
but I think They Live should be part of that.
I would agree. But They Live actually does have a happy ending, because they are revealed.
Yes.
So they win. So basically, They Live is actually kind of a victory lap.
But it's kind of like Rod Serling, where everyone's like, he tortures his main characters for a reason. They deserve it. I'm like, no. Like half the time, yeah, but half the time, no, very much no. They get tortured for no reason. They don't need to be there. They're just there to be tortured. They're not real people. And John Carpenter kind of feels the same, where some people, some storylines, yeah, they're awful people to begin with. Like they live. He's not a great person at the beginning.
No.
He becomes the anti-hero. There's a difference between anti-hero and nihilistic. And I feel like people are not able to grasp that concept, the difference between the two nowadays, where they're nihilistic or they're anti-hero, therefore they're nihilistic. I don't agree with that at all.
Yeah.
But this movie, there's no nihilism here. There's no evil. It's just like, oh, here you go. Here's your gold. Okay, bye. There's a Are You Afraid of the Dark episode that follows his exact storyline. So much so I don't know how they didn't get sued. Where the pirates come out of the water, he gives them something out of a box, and then the pirates go away.
I think pirates are so generic that you can get away with that no matter what.
But it's the same fucking story.
Because pirates are always revolving around treasure. It's always about some cursed object, and the ghosts of Pirates of the Caribbean. Ghost pirates come back for the gold, and the gold keeps them alive because it's separated. And as soon as you put the last gold bullion cube in the soup of the treasure, they all turn to flesh and they die.
Thank you for continuing with your mistake.
Yes. This is a delicious soup, by the way.
Are You Afraid of the Dark? 404, The Tale of Cutter's Treasure. There's 2 parts.
Wow.
When a teenager finds a spyglass locked in a treasure chest at a magic shop, the ghost of an evil pirate is released. DJ McHale. Part 2. Well, first of all, Charles S. Dutton plays the fucking captain of the pirates.
Sold.
He plays the pirate. But anyway, Rush must find a way to save Max with the help of Dr. Fink and Sardo.
I'm Charles S. Dutton.
Here's DJ McHale. You might recognize him.
Kind of, not really.
He's Are You Afraid of the Dark, basically.
He's the writer?
Look at him. Writer, Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Okay. I didn't know. I thought he was an actor. I was going to say.
No, he is Are You Afraid of the Dark, pretty much.
Oh, okay. The same guy who's just like that is the guy who created Alf. That's all he has is IMDb. Yeah. Alf. I'm just like, can you imagine if that's your fucking legacy is Alf? Like, that's all you got? And, literally, they kept giving you chances to keep making Alf because apparently it was such a successful show that they fucking wanted more. How's that possible? It's Alf.
We want more.
You want to read the IMDb page on that one? It's hilarious because everybody fucking hated it.
It was a show that I remember going, oh, he hates cats.
No, he eats cats.
No, but I'm like, all right, what else? Oh, that's it. Oh, that's all they have. And I remember being like 6 years old and being like, oh, no, I'm good.
Well,
it's Scooby-Doo, where I'm like, oh, that guy they introduced halfway through is the villain. Okay, I got this figured out. Okay, yeah, here we go. Then SVU and all those shows came along and did the exact same thing.
Well, apparently, again, reading the IMDb for Alf, everybody on that set hated fucking Alf because it was an animatronic half the time, and it was a guy in a suit. So they had to wait for the animatronics to work. And I guess every time there was a funny line, that would be stolen from them and given to Alf. Alf was given all the lines. And Alf was voiced by the creator of the show. And the creator of Alf, he did the voice too. That's his life. He is Alf in every sense of the word. He's Alf.
I just don't get it.
Ha! Ha!
Okay, I'll stop showing the Tale of Cutter's Treasure because it's the same fucking story.
If you
I won't
find
get into
it,
why, but
is are you?
I have it.
Is it even available on any kind of format?
No, but I have it.
Do you have it on Blu or DVD or something?
No. Do you want me to play it though?
Oh no, on the computer you have it. Oh, okay.
I got it right here. I can pull it up in seconds.
Oh, okay, I thought you had the video or like.
What did I say? It was 40 what?
Oh, I can't remember. 42? No.
4 something. I'll find
406. 406.
Okay, here comes 40 Tale of Crush.
I'm cut out.
Centaur presents. So here's the guy. This is a guy from Are You Afraid of the Dark that was in a bunch of episodes with the same name. Sitar, I think, is something like that. He's in a bunch of episodes.
Right.
Okay, so it's really the second part where it has this storyline. But the pirate, they come get him. Charles S. Dutton grabs the kid. He wants something back. Look at this. There's fog.
Well, yeah, it's very good.
Okay, so part 2. Sardo is okay. So here's this guy.
That's Jerry.
It's the guy from the beginning who tells a story. Okay, so watch the ending though. They're sitting there like in a weird shore.
Ooh.
There's a ghost, and he's got the spyglass. But the point is, he wants something that was taken from him by his ancestors, and it's like the same fucking storyline. I'm like, I already saw this. Like, I remember watching The Fog the first time, and remember nothing. And then I remember after that, in the next 20 years of my life, the Simpsons joke where the fog turns you inside out.
Right.
You remember that?
Yeah.
And that's what I thought the actual movie The Fog was. Like my brain like supplemented that info. It was just that was The Fog. So I watched it again and I was like, wait, what?
Did it make it more of an interesting movie?
I was like, wait.
Oh!
It was like when you spoiled the end of The Village when you said everyone's black.
Yes.
That's not what happened. And I was like, oh, wait, what? That's not. Oh, he lied.
That would be a genius ending to the movie, though.
But that was what I was expecting. But
maybe Jordan Peele will do that in his next movie. That's gonna be the twist. They're all black people.
Nope.
There's no black people on the planet.
That's Jordan Peele's new movie. Nope.
Not gonna tell you. Nope.
It looks good.
Rabbits. Yeah. Oh, what? I still haven't. I need to watch his movies. I need to watch them.
Oh, they're great.
Yeah, I like the concept of
this one
of Us or
The Fag.
The Fog.
Get Out, then Us.
Get out of here. Oh wait, that's the movie.
Get Out of Us.
Get out of Us, you asshole.
Get Out is great. Us is far better.
Yeah, I figured that was the case.
The problem is, Get Out's about blacks and whites. Therefore, you'll never hear anything about Us because it's not. It's like, it's a way better movie. Why didn't it get? I don't know. She deserves an Oscar for that.
Oh,
movie.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think she should have been nominated at least. I think she even got that.
Us was she was fantastic in that movie.
Well, because they don't give statues or nominations to horror.
Comedy and horror do
genre.
not ever.
They just don't do it. They just
never
do it. They'll give to science fiction movies like Moonlight about the black gay man, but
Toni Collette in Heredity.
Right, yeah, fantastic. She was
fucking phenomenal in that movie.
Oh, absolutely. She gets nothing. Nothing. Hey, wait a minute.
It's like
Eric Roth or Tim Roth was the husband.
Yeah, she showed so many different ranges in that movie, and nothing. And even Alex Wolff is great in that movie. Nothing.
And she cuts her own head off with string, with piano wire. That's tough to do.
That's, I mean, take some work. And that guy showed up in Pig as well, Alex Wolff, and nothing. 2 movies in a row, nothing.
Well, he's in the Jumanji movies too.
Yeah.
Is he Wolfhard's brother?
It's Alex Wolff and then something else Wolff. The guy from The Stand. Who plays Lloyd in The Stand remake.
Lloyd.
Remember
Lloyd?
Oh, Miguel Ferreira in that new version.
Yes,
it was good, but the character wasn't well written. But the actor was good.
Yeah, he was good. I liked his interpretation.
Yeah,
well, he was good in it.
Yeah, but it wasn't. Yeah,
and Brad Dourif's cute daughter was in it.
Cute and also horribly ugly. I can't decide which. Fiona Dorff.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like she's got the both.
She's both.
Oh.
So here it says Nat Wolf in the stand. Nat
Wolf?
N-A-T.
Moon. M-O-O-N.
That spells Nat.
Uh,
Here's Nat Wolf. Remember him?
Yeah, okay, that's Nat Wolf. Oh, so his brother is the guy from Pig.
His brother's the phenomenal actor from Pig and Heredity.
Right.
He's in The Stand and Paper Towns and Palo Alto and The Kill Team.
He's a good actor, though. He wasn't bad.
Yeah, he was great.
But his brother's looks like he's darker complexion. Though. Looks like he's
he looks
more
like he's Indian.
Semitic. Yeah, I thought he was Arabian or something, or Egyptian.
And here's this.
I want you to fuck me.
Johnny Depp, before I shit in your bed.
You want to shit your bed? Oh man.
I've done nothing the last 2 days but watch video footage of that trial. And Dick's changing his headset real quick. While he does that, I should say, have you seen the footage from the trial? It is hilarious.
I've seen pieces, and I've heard the
Johnny Depp.
The Johnny Depp talks like this now, and he's very much no, Amber, don't know. How dare you? You have ruined my career. I'm so sick of you. You are awful. I don't like you anymore. You are awful. And
I'm a Valley girl.
Johnny Depp is so fucking pussy. It's like, and his face, he looks so old. Like his face is like rubbery, and it just looks like he's wearing a mask. And Amber Heard is just like, Johnny, it didn't happen that way. Shut up, Amber. Don't talk to me, okay? You were shitting in the bed. That is gross. It's like, you believe Johnny Depp could punch her in the face? No. He can't do it.
I think he could if he got drunk, which he clearly did a lot.
I don't think so. Even drunk, I think it would be an open-handed slap that would like be halfway feminine. And he wouldn't do it. He couldn't do it. He's too weak.
I keep seeing because I have ultra feminists on Facebook, and I also have just regular people, and both of them are like, he's terrible, he's great, she's awful, she's great, like both sides. And I'm like, how about both of them go fuck yourselves?
Yeah.
You're terrible people, clearly, both of you.
Yeah, you guys
both go away.
Yeah.
I've been jumping with Johnny Depp. One of our first episodes of Incredible Negative Man, which was when I first launched this channel, was Johnny Depp, I don't need you anymore, man. And that was 2014.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. When I see Johnny Depp's name in a movie, I don't go, ooh. I just go, okay. Who else is in it? Or what's the story about? Who directed it? When I don't see his name and go, oh yeah,
Kevin Smith.
Fuck yeah.
No.
Does his daughter have a big role in it?
I must watch it.
Do both of their daughters? Fuck yeah, they do. Okay.
Is she still dating that delightful Timmy LaMache or whatever his name is? From Dune. Timothy McVeigh.
Timothy McVeigh. He blew up Oklahoma City.
It's so hot. Oh my god, he's hot. Don't do this to me, Ember. Shut up, Ember. I'm Johnny Depp.
Even though he's dead, I still want to date him.
I'm so tired of your stuff. Okay, I want to. This is Johnny Depp.
That is what you just did, was separate us by 2 generations. Doing a Timothy McVeigh reference.
Timothy McVeigh reference. Oh my god. Oh, never forget, kids.
Oh, they can't forget. They weren't alive yet.
Yeah, or they blew up in the explosion.
If you want to own a white van, look in the McVeigh.
Here's the other the conspiracy theory, I guess. There was another guy in the van and he got away with it. So
he's dead.
No, the other guy, he left. There was 2 guys got out of the van, I guess.
Oh.
That was
what's funny, though?
Conspiracy theory.
Because the Oklahoma City bombing was, 94?
Roughly, yes.
You said you're just watching the Jackal. When I watched the Jackal and he has that van with the I can't not think of Timothy McVeigh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's similar van. He just parked it outside and did his damage from outside, and that's all they did. He's a pussy, is what I'm saying.
I just thought of Bruce Willis killing Jack Black.
That's
the best part of the movie.
That's number 1.
That's so
Hold the
awesome.
cigarette up. And he falls down the water.
And then the next best scene in the Jackal is when Bruce Willis is gay and he goes home. He goes home with the guy, and then he sets it up, and then he's at the guy's house. I thought we were gonna go out. Okay, and then also he just takes a gun and shoots him.
Bruce Willis has his hair dyed blonde.
Well, this is Bruce Willis and the inability to let go of his hair. He was still trying to hold on to that hair.
97.
He wouldn't let it go. And then by 2007, he was embracing it because Die Hard, he's got a bald head and he's bald from, I think, then on. Like, really. I can't think of a movie before that where he was. Oh, maybe Mercury Rising, but that was 98. But I think he was still trying to have hair.
2002-ish when he shaved his head finally.
Is that what it is? Okay.
He did that Disney movie, that kid. What's it called?
He had hair in that. Yeah.
He had hair in that, which is 2001. He did Unbreakable. So he did Sixth Sense. He had hair. Unbreakable, shaved head.
Yes. Okay. You're
Unbreakable is 2002, I think.
I think Unbreakable is 2001.
Whatever it is. That's
no, because Signs is 2002. So yeah, it's 2000. Actually, it's 2000. It's 2000.
Yeah, there you go. So 2000 is when he shaved his head.
Yeah. Okay. That's when he was starting to lose it. Yeah.
No, it was in 95 when he did Die Hard 3. He had almost nothing left.
Well, that's the thing. Die Hard 3 had no, but then in Hudson Hawk, he had CGI hair, which is why Hudson Hawk cost so much money.
Yeah,
because they had to give him CGI hair.
Hey, he directed a masterpiece.
Reindeer goat cheese pizza.
The guy's name was Kit Kat. Come on, there's candy bar references throughout. They pay for themselves.
It's better than what our last names were. Do you know what it's like living as chlamydia for a year? I have a soft spot for Hudson Hawk.
I do. Yeah. When they sing the Sinatra stuff throughout their heist, I love it.
I think that's a funny bit that's like fun in the movie. Where he knows he had a total recall of lengths of songs for every heist that they do, and they say, hey, man, what's this? 4 minutes. And Daniello's great.
Him and Daniello have their heist routine down to Frank Sinatra songs.
Yes.
He goes, we have 3 minutes 52 seconds.
Yeah.
On a wire? They just do random Frank Sinatra songs.
No, they did Swing on a Star.
Swing on a Star, yeah.
Swing on a Star. Swing on a Star. Okay. And then they start singing. It's a fun movie. It's just so bizarre. It's just like, I don't know. It's just it could have been because it's a vanity project, and that's why vanity projects are so interesting, because that's when the guy in charge goes crazy because his ego is so big he can't take any notes. And someone could have said, this could be a good movie if we did X, Y, and Z. He's like, fuck you, get out of my house.
Yeah. Me and my wife have been having discussions about Bruce Willis lately since everything came out.
His brain is melting.
And I kind of go, yes, I agree. He made a lot of great movies.
Yes.
None of them he made, but he was just a part of them. Like Brad Pitt. He was just there and luckily got cast in the role. Problem is, he's been an asshole for 35 years. And his
before that
been in effect for 8.
Right, yeah.
So I still think it's kind of a 50-50 thing where because he's been notoriously difficult to work with. He's just been a huge asshole to everyone before his brain condition happened.
Right.
But Hudson Hawk, I will say this: when it hit the theaters,
it's a bomb.
It's a fucking bomb.
That's a great tie-in.
So, The Fog. I almost said The Ward.
The Ward with a lesbian in it.
We're at an hour. We've fulfilled our commitment. Adam, I wish you were here to discuss this because I would love to hear what the fuck you have to say about The Fog, because he kept defending it.
It's a great throwback.
You sound nothing like Adam.
How dare you?
You know what I thought about doing is finding clips of Adam and then putting them as like little angels and devils on my shoulder throughout the episodes.
It sounds like a lot of work.
It does, but it'd be fun, right?
It'd be fun. I listened to some of the old podcasts we did, and they're funny.
Doesn't he talk about the fog as he loves it.
I think he talks about. I need to go back and listen to, because I think if he'd probably talk about the fog in the in that story about the awful fucking Boris Karloff show that we watched. You might bring up the fog.
Oh, the Veil.
Veil. That was so boring, and it was about pirates and stuff. So, or it was about a boat and pirates.
Oh,
there could be some correlation there. I can't remember.
Yeah, but we talked about it on this show, and I'm like, "Here comes the fog," and he's like, "I liked it." You know, I thought he. I don't want to misquote the man because he can't defend himself, and I'm sure shit not going to retract it if I get it wrong. So, I thought he liked it. Liked it somewhat more than I did.
No, I think he was a fan of the fog to a degree where you were like, "Why did you like it?" He was, "I like it."
It seems like it was me, him, you at the top as apologist for the fog.
Yes, I would say he would be. Well, he's a John Carpenter guy, so he's like gun ho Carpenter. So I think he would consider this one highly.
But I think this is the worst of his good movies because I don't think it's a bad movie, and I can't overstate this as enough.
Right.
This isn't a bad movie. This is a very, very well-made movie. I love the look of it. I love everything about it, except the story, which is ultimately what gives it. I give it a 5. A 5, not terrible.
I'll give it a 6, just because I like the look of it, and the anamorphic widescreen is nice, and Adrienne Barbeau's in it. I'll give them a star for each one of the titties in this movie. Jamie Lee Curtis, Adrienne Barbeau, they both deserve a spot. All 4 of them. So that's 4.
And you get we never even mentioned the fact that Janet Leigh's in it and her daughter Jamie Lee Curtis.
And they weren't in a movie together until 18 years later with H2O.
Yeah, that was 7 years before she died, I believe.
Yeah, she died. Yeah, she's fucking lived a long time, that old bitch.
Good for her.
Good
I had to explain to my wife. I'm like, "Do you remember that scene from Psycho?" She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "There you go. That's her.
That's her mom.
That's her." No, when she's on screen, I'm like, "That's her." It's like, "Oh," I'm like, "That's Jamie Lee Curtis's mom," even though the Lee is spelled differently.
Yeah.
She's like, "What?" I'm like, "Why am I doing this? Why am I explaining this to you? You don't care." Divorce?
Who are you? Who are you?
Should I get a divorce?
Yeah, it's time to just move on. Get a better house. Just stay home, buy Ghostbuster stuff. Call it a day.
I think it's time.
It's time to let it go.
It seems like time, right? I gave enough.
The 13 days of Christine.
We've been married 6 months. We're good.
It's plenty of time.
No, but she was sitting there. I'm like, she's like, "Why does it?" I'm like, "Do not ask me. I'm already falling asleep. Why are you asking me?"
It's boring.
I hate this movie.
Yeah. It's a chore.
It is a fucking chore.
It is a chore.
I noticed Frank never showed up.
I guess he's busy.
No, he's not. No, he's not at all.
Well, he doesn't do these. He doesn't. He wants to do.
He shows up when he wants to.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about it till right now. At the last minute of our show.
I just want to say The Fog was a great movie. It was a great screenplay written by John Carpenter. Had a great story. This is Frank.
Well, while I have a couple different audience attention, next week on this live stream, we're doing Beyond Belief 310.
Yay.
Nick Cage cast The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, his new movie from this year.
Oh, you're going to push it to Tuesday?
No, next week.
Oh, Saturday. I'm sorry.
I don't know why you keep saying Tuesday.
I know. It just happens.
Twilight Zone Tuesday. This show or any shows like this.
I was thinking today was Wednesday for some reason. It's fucking Saturday.
It's fucking Saturday.
My days are all running into one, and death is on its way.
But yes, the next episode of this podcast itself, LIW John Carpenter review, which is as of now May 21st. Guess what it is? You'll be so excited.
Elvis.
It's fucking Elvis.
I'm sure. Again, I think it's actually not a bad movie.
No, it's just fine.
It might be a long. It's a long movie because it's a miniseries.
Yeah,
so it's like 3 hours. Yeah,
but it's a lot of Kurt Russell, which I'm totally on board with.
Oh, I'm sure it's good. I'm not. The slog. We haven't done Memoirs of an Invisible Man yet, have we?
That will be episode. I have
that.
that
I
planned out.
am not looking forward to that one.
Well, let me read off the order. This is our first time we can do this here. Okay, episode 24, Elvis. Episode 25, Pro-Life.
Oh,
The Masters of Horror.
Yeah,
Episode 26, Assault on Precinct 13.
Yeah.
27 will be Starman.
Okay.
28, Memoirs of an Invisible Man. 29 and 30 will be done back to back. 29 is Captain Voyeur, his short from college from 1969.
Oh, where the fuck do we find this on YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's why we're just doing it quickly before we do our final episode of this podcast, before we get to our ranking of the movies. Episode 30, The Ward.
Oh, yeah.
I figure we finish where he finishes.
Yeah, it's kind of sad, kind of bittersweet. Yeah.
And then we're going to do 2 episodes. Episode 31 is ranking our movies, 23 through 11, and then 10 through 1. We'll rank our John Carpenter movies.
Right.
And then we get into remakes and scripts he wrote or produced. Which is
it never ends. It never ends.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Jesus.
It ends. He's done. The man's done. And honestly, we could do all of them in one podcast. I don't give a shit.
That's true. We could.
Yeah, but I do want to do Eyes of Laura Mars on its own.
Yeah, I'm curious about that one. Yeah.
And yeah, so I gave it a 5. You gave it a 6. Yeah, it's.
Why not?
I put it 4th from the bottom on my Carpenter list. Yeah, I might like this more than Big Trouble in Little China, though, to be honest.
What?
I don't like that movie that much.
Wow.
Now,
you might come to blows with a lot of people on that one.
Great. I don't give a shit.
Big Trouble is like universally loved, I feel.
What am I, Rich Evans, putting Halloween like in the bottom of his list?
Yes. Which I understand completely, because I'm not a big Halloween guy either.
Well, part of the problem with that Red Letter Media video is I'm like, we've been planning on doing that this entire. Oh fuck!
They did it all in one swoop.
God damn it! Yeah. I'm like, now we feel like we're copycats, but that was a plan from way before they did that.
And they also did their I just lost it. Something that we did. They did the same thing. And never mind. I just lost it. It went blank.
Let me know when you find out.
Tuesday.
I'm curious. Tuesday.
I'm not gonna remember.
Oh yeah. So check out liwstudios.com. We also do a live stream on Tuesday, which is LIW The Twilight Zone review. We got a bunch of Twilight Zone shit coming out, even though half it's Night Gallery. Apparently you can't get through this shit fast enough.
Jesus, look at that.
Look at that. Yeah.
That's a lot.
The Fog. Didn't hate as much as I thought I would, but the first hour is.
I still need to buy that action figure of the Captain Blake though. They have the
Captain Blake you never see, just has red eyes.
But the toy is awesome. It's a great figure. I need to get it. Yeah, that guy. I need to pick that one up. Too. It's so expensive. It's like $35 is the cheapest you can get it. Like, I was like, I want to get because I have almost everybody else.
Can I real quick say what I thought the plot was?
Please.
The pirates show up. They say, "Hey, come aboard. We'll all be buddies." Oh, hey, wait. Let's give us your gold here. Wait, and then they set them up to crash into the rocks by setting a fire right there, right?
Yes, that was the story. Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure I got it.
To get the gold, yeah, to steal them of their gold, basically.
I will say the storyline in the remake is a lot more thought out. The movie's way worse. Don't get me wrong.
Yes, it is.
Way worse. I'm not an apologist. I'm not like saying watch that instead.
The Fog remake might be one of the top 10 worst movies ever made. Like it's that bad. It's that bad. It's not. No, I think it is.
I've seen it like 5-6 times now.
Have you?
I've seen it more than the original. I will say the story is better, but the movie's way worse. But the problem is, I wish The problem is with the pacing of the original matches the story of the second one. The pacing of the second one matches the story of the first one.
Right.
So I wish this moved faster and had no story, like a perfect world, and then you get the remake which has slow pacing and no story.
Right.
Like, because the story of the second one is they thought out the story, but not the filmmaking. So it ends up being a worse movie with better script, but with worse filmmaking. And this is the original is better filmmaking, way better filmmaking, but with no script.
Right.
So it's kind of like if you combine those two, you get like a really good movie. It's kind of sad. It really is.
Yeah. Because he's not a terrible story creator. And it's just his script. So, I don't know. Kind of dropped the ball on the script.
Yeah. And I felt Prince of Darkness, same way. Like, oh, that's a cool idea. Story's not there.
I do like Prince of Darkness every time I see it, though. I like it more.
Yeah, Prince of Darkness is way better than this.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, that was a movie where I love this filmmaking. I wish this story was a lot better.
Right, yeah.
Same thing with Escape from LA. Filmmaking's fine, except for some cheesy CG. But other than that, if the script was up to notch, would have been a way better movie. Vampires.
Yeah.
Same idea. The filmmaking's always... John Carpenter is a great filmmaker. You can't deny that. It's just he's not a good script writer all the time.
Yeah.
It's not that he's not a great script writer. It's just all the time he's not.
Well, I think it's because he always uses pseudonyms that kind of takes it off of his head.
And he writes a script to his budget.
Yes. I think
and then he sticks to that no matter what. And you're like, maybe you asked for more money.
Well, but then Ghost of Mars was the reverse. He wrote the script and they told him, okay, yeah, it's going to be a $20 million movie. Oh, wait, no, the budget's actually $3 million.
Yeah, but then you go, no, I can't do it for that. You argue back. You have someone argue for you if you can't do it. Like, that'll cost 600,000 packs of Marlboros. Like, some sort of prison math you do, John.
Well, they better give that to me or else I'm going to sue.
Last thing I'll ask and we'll get out of here. Should people watch this movie?
Oh, absolutely.
A general person.
Yes, I think
not
so.
in the filmmaking. Should you watch this?
I think so, yes.
I also agree.
Yeah.
I think if you're in the horror, if you're in the movies, this is what you do with a super low budget to make a really decent movie. So for the budget, this is a great movie. I'm judging it overall against all movies. Like, does this hold up? Like, as a low budget movie, it's fucking great. It holds up. Everything's great in it. It's atmospheric as fuck. The music is great. John Carpenter kills it in all aspects, but you should definitely watch this movie. It's just if you're in the horror.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
It's better than most slasher movies, which have zero budget and zero storyline, and this is there for kills.
I agree with you. It's better than most horror movies the last 25 years because of all these shitty high school shit movies about nothing that curses and the Grudge curse bullshit where it follows you halfway around the world to kill you and it makes no sense. But
you're preaching to the choir here, my man. Talking about the Grudge.
Ugh.
But I would see that's why I'm like conflicted saying I don't like it, but I also recommend it. Yeah. But I do like it. I just don't.
Oh, speaking of that, did you ever see the Clovitz Killer?
Yes. Great movie.
That was enjoyable. I finally watched that. I was actually
really?
That was pretty good. I finally watched it. I was always like, I'm on the fence. I'm going to watch it. And then Netflix, it's leaving Netflix May 2nd. So I was like, I better watch it now. So I watched it. And I enjoyed it. That was pretty good.
Well, Timothy
Dylan McDermott,
sorry.
Yeah.
Is on American Horror Story. So I saw him pop up and I'm like, okay, let's watch this. And I watched it, and then all of a sudden, a week later, I see that Mike and Jay talked about it.
The what have you? Yeah.
And I was like, oh, and they agreed. I'm like, oh, good. They liked it too. Because I thoroughly enjoyed that movie.
Yeah. And then I did like the ending though when he's got his last victim. He said, my back hurts. When his pec
Why don't you do it?
Yeah, you know what? Oh, just shut up. Let's just go. Come on. Let's get this over with. And I thought that was going to be the joke. was at the end. It went much darker, but I thought it was going to be he just can't do it anymore, so he just gives up. Like he goes, you know
the
what?
son is to hit him with a tire or the fireplace poker or whatever it is.
Oh no, he
Sticks it right up his ass.
Oh,
sorry, that's American Horror Story.
Oh, that's much better.
Sorry, that's
Yeah.
season 1 of American Horror Story.
Oh my!
They stuck a fireplace poker up. Zach. What is his name?
Oh, Zachary Quinto.
Zachary Quinto from
from
Star Trek.
Yeah,
they stick a fireplace poker up his ass and kill him.
Well, I think I saw that one.
That's his husband.
That's the first season.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the first season.
First season's good.
Yeah, first season is pretty good, and then it just went for me downhill.
No, second season is great too.
I hate second season.
And then it falls to shit.
The second season I hated. The Asylum, I hated.
If you stick with it,
I couldn't do it.
Once
aliens, zombie Nazis. I was like,
no zombies, but yeah.
Well, there were zombies, but they were his zombie Nazis. They were just like
they weren't zombies.
Right? They weren't zombies.
No. He the second season is actually considered by many far superior to the one. I like the first season way more.
Wow, I'm shocked.
But the second season once you get past the aliens, they don't mention aliens for like another 8 episodes.
Yeah, but I don't care.
Then it's like a psychological thing of the psychiatric hospital kidnapping people and brainwashing them to think they're crazy.
Is that what it was?
Which is what I really enjoyed about season 2.
Oh, is that what it was about then?
Then the aliens came at the very, very end. And you're kind of like, it doesn't, at that point, it doesn't really matter. Honestly, season 2 is very solid. Season 3 is the witches. Didn't care.
Yeah,
season 4 of American Horror Story. Oh, fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself, you piece of shit.
What was season 4?
Season 4 is the circus.
Oh, see, I heard that one's the best season they ever did.
Go fuck yourself, season 4.
Wow, I'm shocked.
It's so nonsense.
And Michael Chiklis is in that.
Yeah, it's awful. It's fucking terrible. It could not focus on a single thing throughout 12 minutes. Like, you watch 10 minutes of that show and you're like, can you stop? It's like an ADHD kid. Like, it's like, Ryan Murphy, calm the fuck down.
Right.
Like, get on it. I need a choke leash on you. But the problem with that is that season is that's when he introduces what's his name? I always say he's one of my favorite actors, but I cannot ever name him on the spot. From the Drew Carey show and from
not DJ, but John Michael Lynch.
John Carroll Lynch.
John Carroll Lynch, yeah.
He's in that show as Twisty the Clown.
Right.
He's fantastic on that show.
Yes, that's the
problem is that fucking season sucks.
Okay.
And it cannot, so it's like, oh, here's this. Oh, here's Twisty. And I'm like, oh, no, let's go back to Twisty. Please, can we focus? Oh, no, we're over here. We're talking about like a Tupperware killer. Can we go back to Twisty? No, we'll show him in 7 episodes. And you're like, calm down, Ryan. Can you just focus, you psychopath?
No, there you go.
They have a fucking guy with lobster claws, like what's his name? Quicksilver. Evan Peters has lobster claws in that season.
Right, because
Laura, what's her fucking name? Why am I blanking on all names right now? The lesbian girl,
Sarah Paulson.
Sarah Paulson has 2 heads in that season.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah, you're right.
And that was the season I got really, really fed up with. What's her name from Cape Fear?
I'm
bad.
Jessica Lange.
Jessica Langston or Jessica Lange.
Jessica Lange, yeah.
Jessica Lange she plays like the circus runner, and I'm like, she's great. Also, I'm done with her. She's been in 4 seasons and the same character throughout, and I'm like, can we stop with her? And
was that her last show?
That was her last season.
Okay.
She's been on since, but
right.
Then season 5. No, season 5 was the hotel. That's when I started the LAW horror story review. American Horror Story review. And season 5 was the Lady Gaga hotel.
Right.
And I had 3 people on. Suddenly it was just me. Because everyone fell off. And I'm like, okay, it's just me.
Ryan Murphy can kill an audience in no time.
Hey, I'm still going. So season 6 was okay. Season 7 was.
Well, you're still watching Walking Dead, which is just I can't believe that.
Okay. So
that's rough.
American Horror Story, I have not seen the last season. I don't know. But Walking Dead, I finally am watching season 10, which is the second to last season. And season 10 has 2 of the episodes I just watched are the 2 best episodes of that series I've ever seen.
Oh, okay.
They are so fucking good. And I hate that show for the most part. But I will say, they had an episode that was just like Halloween, where Beta from the Walkers, the Whisperers, comes into town, and he goes like house to house, and they sit there and like show it like John Carpenter did, and he stabs people in the fucking head or in the back, it kills them, so they become walkers, and they follow behind him, and he's just walking around the house. I'm like, this is fucking fantastic, and you just watch it the whole time. And that's the whole plot of that episode is he just like gathers followers throughout the town, killing people at a time, one at a time. Wow. It is genuinely fantastic. You would love it.
Yeah.
And there's another episode where they have like this big ass war, and it's great. And
I can't remember what the last season I watched. It was early on. I was like, I'm done.
Season 9. When I mentioned on the show, I do the LAW Walking Dead review. Once Angela Kang took over in season 9, she knew how to fix it. She fixed that show immediately. So season 9 is fine. Season 10 so far has been fucking great. I love it.
And she's not the same showrunner?
She's the same showrunner as she started season 9. She was writing here and there in season 8, and then suddenly season 9, the last showrunner quit. She took over. Doing a good job.
It's been better. Okay.
So much better.
Yeah.
Season 10 is fucking solid. And I'm like, most of the time, I'm like, I agree. This is a great episode. Okay, here we go. So you got some stinkers here and there, obviously. It's so fucking solid. And like, I'm almost done with season 10. I'm like, this is up to season 1, 2, 3.
But they're on the last season right now, right?
Yeah. I have not seen anything from season 11.
Okay.
I'm a guy who complains about that show nonstop, 100 episodes of the show podcast, and I have nothing to complain about. And I'm like, why do I do a podcast about this? Because I love it. But yeah, it's a solid.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it because it's solid.
Fuckers.
But he literally like stabs people in the back, like a room of people, and he's like sits there, gets on his knees, and he just waits. And they become zombies. He's like, all right, let's go. And he walks out the room. They follow him. But like in the middle of the town that you're used to watching is like the safe haven. That's what's fun about it. I don't know. Loved it. It's the guy from Sons of Anarchy.
Oh,
the big dude.
Not
First is his name.
He was the best friend of Jax.
He plays Opie, yeah.
Yeah, Opie, yeah. Oh, Opie. He's okay, yeah.
He plays Beta. He's so good in that show. He plays Beta, the second in command of the Whisperers. So good.
Right. Okay.
And the main one is what's her name? You recognize her too. British actress.
Oh, Samantha Morton.
Samantha Morton.
Yeah, and I remember she was cast, and I was like, "Oh, that's a good choice. She's really good.
Oh, she's great.
She's a good actor. Yeah, she's really good.
You should definitely check out season 10.
Yeah.
Honestly,
just skip it. Yeah, just watch that.
Start with season 10.
Nah, probably.
No, start with season 9.
9.
Because then you get the cleaving and all that. Season 9 is not great, but season 10 so far has been pretty great. And I fucking hate season 7, season 8. They're fucking terrible.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch those.
Like, fuck those seasons. I hate them. But the rest is fine. But anyway, until next time, in the meantime, I'm Phoenix West.
Take it, Foggy.
So long, Sid is fuck you, Walking Dead. Sometimes. Bye. I'm getting mixed messages. Sorry.
No.
Do I hate The Walking Dead? I think I
love it.
Right?
It's a love-hate relationship.
I love hate. It's a real like her Johnny Depp relationship going on.
Well, it's like how I used to read articles of writers that I hated, but yet once they got busted and thrown out, I never read their articles again because they got busted and thrown out of the business. So I was like, oh, I won. It was great.
Ah,
I was like, I did.
but it's different. I'm
won.
like, I hate this show. I hate this show. What, you got good on me? Oh,
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. This guy never.
Okay.
Yeah, these guys never got better. They were just awful writers.
Yeah, that's what's confusing about it.
Yeah.
The closest thing I can compare it to is because I'm obviously big into the NBA, but I love my Bulls and the Suns as a second place team. But also, I never grew out of that like '90s fad of the Charlotte Hornets. Problem is, the Charlotte Hornets went to New Orleans and became the New Orleans Hornets, and then eventually the New Orleans and a different team started in Charlotte called the Charlotte Bobcats. So we got New Orleans Hornets and Charlotte Bobcats at the same time. And then New Orleans changed their names to New Orleans Pelicans. And Charlotte went, hey, we'll be the Hornets again. And I'm like, who do I okay. I was very confused for a while. Because you're technically the Hornets, but now you literally are the Hornets, but you're different name, different team.
You've given this some serious thought.
I have. Keeps me up at night.
I got Ghost Rider on the background. It's so fucking terrible.
So long, citizens.
Good night, everybody.